providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more rings, 2 more.
you deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Wolverines, Aggies.
Skip it inside to Capich, rejected out of bounds. Touched by Capich last. Danny Wolf, the monster swat.
This is the NCAA tournament on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
We are welcoming back Sharifa Halal Beef Franks to Chrysler Center. As a leader in the halal industry, the recognized brand has been a location in Michigan for over 45 years. Located at Hail Hail Burgers and Chicken at sections 105 and 120. Sharifa Halal Beef Franks will be available as a concession option at Chrysler Center this season. For more information, check us out on Instagram at Sod Wholesale or at our nationwide delivery site, sodmeats.com.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
About a half an hour away, Michigan and Texas A&M. A spot in the Sweet 16 is on the line. Assistant coach Drew Williamson, part of the scout with us here on the pregame show. It's unique because you don't know who you're going to face once you get to the arena on Thursday. You, along with Kyle Church, had that Texas A&M scout. Take us through, once the bracket's revealed, you get that assignment, how you prep for a team you might never actually see.
We go through it just like normal. I mean, we kind of go right into the prep saying, like, imagining we're playing them. So we go right into the prep of saying, all right, let's go from the last 4 or 5 games they've played, watch them, see what they're really good at, and see what things that we can kind of take advantage of. And I think what we did was, as soon as the game was over in Indianapolis, me and Coach Church jumped on the scout right away.
On the bus back?
On the ride back. We were on it. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, it's a quick turnaround, no doubt about it. But before we get into the deep dive, your initial takeaways as you started watching a few games?
Super athletic. I mean, their athleticism jumps off the film. Physical. It's kind of a typical SEC team where they just play above the rim, play extremely hard. So our work will be cut out for us. It's one of the things that we kind of worked on earlier in the year. We talked about teams with athleticism and that play above the rim. Arkansas, Oklahoma, the teams that kind of come to mind.
You were part of the staff that faced Texas A&M last year. Then they were the #1 offensive rebounding team in the country. They are again. Dusty May said it's the point #1 on the scouting report. How do you describe just what they're able to do on the offensive glass?
It's unique. I mean, you have guys who really know their roles. So you have a few guys that take shots for them. And the other 3 guys on the floor, they understand that their chance to score is to get offensive rebound. And they play their role to a T. The one thing that we talked about last year, and we kind of brought it to the team this year as well, was we need all 5 guys in. Like, all 5 guys that'll be on the court for Michigan tonight, they have to be on a defensive glass. And if you're not, we have to bring somebody in that wants to do it. I mean, it's that simple, because they're 3, you have to have 5 against their 3 and 4 guys.
Similar to UC San Diego, Texas A&M invites teams to take threes more times than not, or around 50%. Their 2-point percentage defense, second in SEC play. What challenges do they present on the interior? It goes beyond athleticism, I'm sure, but that's a big part.
It is. What we talk about is taking rhythm threes. Now, they force you to shoot a ton of just catch and shoots. The ones that hurt you when you just take them out of rhythm, like when you come in transition and just take a shot, you're not in any rhythm. So what we talked about was just taking catch and shoot, trying to attack the paint, and when we get in the paint, kick it out for threes, and just step in threes we work on all season long.
Wade Taylor IV, the individual talent that stands out, his number was honored in their final game of the regular season at home. One of their most prolific players ever. How would you describe his game?
He is a 3-level scorer. I mean, he's a unique player where he's not super tall or big, but he's super quick. And the thing I think stands out the most is his ability to get to the free throw line. And he creates a challenge. I think he had 30 against us last year when we played him. And what we try to tell our guys is he's going to make tough shots. He's going to get some foul calls. We can't get frustrated and just kind of continue to foul him and put him on the free throw line. Show our hands and make the game as hard as possible for him.
Remember talking to Kyle Church before the Big Ten championship game. You guys hadn't seen Wisconsin in 102 days yet. It was pretty well understood. Then you have a few days to get ready for UC San Diego. How well has the team digested the scout in less than a 48-hour stretch?
You try to break it down and try to hit the key points. And what we talked about was just the offensive rebound and then making sure we take good shots on the other end. Because we can rebound those shots on the other end, the threes. But the offensive rebound is the one thing we want to make sure that these guys understand that all 5 guys got to rebound the ball.
Well, good luck with that, Coach. Appreciate the time. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, B.
There's Drew Williamson, Michigan, Texas A&M coming up. We will catch up with Roddy Gale Jr. as we continue on the pregame show next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Over 110 million albums sold worldwide. Def Leppard live Friday, July 18th at Soaring Eagle Casino with special guest Collective Soul. Tickets start at $38 and are on sale now at the box office or etix.com. Def Leppard rocks the Soaring Eagle Summer Outdoor Concert Series with Collective Soul Friday, July 18th. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
We'll return to Denver for more tournament action in 60 seconds.
Off the heel, rebound Jones with .1, and that's the ball game.
This is Wolverine basketball from Learfield.
Wolverine basketball and great beers go together like an alley-oop and slam dunk. Founders Brewing Company is a proud sponsor of Michigan athletics and has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, Michigan Pilsner, and their new Mortal Bloom right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're cheering from your couch or at Chrysler Center, these beers are perfect to celebrate every Michigan win all season long. Learn more about Founders community involvement and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan athletics on our podcast channel, MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game previews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen.
Michigan getting ready for Texas A&M, a spot in the Sweet 16 on the line. Roddy Gale Jr. alongside. First off, take me through from Sunday to the game against the UC San Diego Tritons, that hamstring issue. When did you know you felt confident you were going to be able to go with that injury?
I feel like we have an amazing athletic training staff, as long as strength and conditioning as well. My process was to try to get it to at least 85-90% leading into the UC San Diego game, and I feel like we did a great job as far as trying to loosen up that muscle as much as possible. I think it was maybe Tuesday practice where I didn't practice at all, but I was kind of off to the sides working with Chris, seeing if he can, like, what movements felt good and what movements didn't really feel right. It was initially just the first step that I had that really bothered it a little bit, but any other movements as far as jumping or sliding felt pretty good, so I knew that, heading into the UC San Diego game, I was going to be as close as 90 as I could be, and that was my goal.
Obviously, the adrenaline of March Madness does not make every injury something you can play through, but did that help that it was your first chance in the NCAA tournament to make sure that, hey, if there was ever any opportunity, you were going to be able to get out there?
Absolutely. Just knowing that, I know my teammates would do the same for me. I felt like it was a must for me to be able to be prepared and be ready for, that game. Even like the kind of win or go home feeling that March Madness has. I knew that it was important for me to be available for my team.
How would you describe playing in a tournament game now that you've had a chance to do it?
It's electric. Just knowing that the crowd can go either way. Fans don't even have to be a Michigan fan or the team that you're playing against. Like, that crowd gets electric, and there's no telling what's going to happen in March. So you just got to buckle down and have that next play mentality. Is really what I experienced from last game.
It was interesting because you had 8 guys play yesterday, and all 8 seemed to have impacts. Dusty highlighted several, including you. How do you think you were able to impact the game in the win over the Tritons?
Like I said during the Big Ten tournament, I think it was important for me to find a way to impact the game other ways instead of just scoring. And I think I've really found a way in attacking the offensive and defensive glass, being able to be a great defender, kind of fuel my offense a little bit and allow me to build more confidence on the offensive side. But then it's just the capability that I have, the kind of responsibility that I have for my teammates and my coaching staff. I know that the confidence they have in me, kind of be able to try the different ways to impact the game, and then offensively it open up.
Feels like you're a player who has the ability to swing a matchup like this, with them being such a great offensive rebounding team, with them being a team that has a lot of versatile wings and bigs. What do you see when you watch Texas A&M on film?
We see a terrific offensive rebounding team, obviously, and then a team that's gonna force you baseline. I know we have our fair share of games played of teams playing similar defenses, so I feel like we'd be able to have a few more reps than normal of how they were able to play defense and how we're going to attack it. I feel like it's going to be very important. But as far as me personally, I feel like I got to get in there and help our bigs rebound, especially defensively, and be able to get out in transition. We know that they aren't the best. They aren't as good in transition, but when they set their defense, they're really good.
Defensively, what's important before they take that first shot? How do you make that first shot difficult for them, let alone trying to rebound, but just making that first shot tough?
You have guys like Wade Taylor on their team, who's Texas A&M leading scorer in program history. Like, you got to be able to make him shoot tough shots. We know he's one heck of a player, but we got to make it hard for him. Even for his cast as well, are terrific scorers. But I feel like we got to be able to show each person on the team got to be able to see bodies, and I think that's when we've been really well when we were able to be in gaps and being able to guard one-on-one.
Great stuff as always, Roddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
There's Roddy Gale Jr. coming back with much more here on the pregame shows to get you ready for the Wolverines and the Aggies. A spot in the Sweet 16 on the line. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Warm up this winter with thoughts of Michigan softball and Michigan baseball, because tickets are on sale now. Softball is fresh off yet another Big Ten tournament title and NCAA tournament appearance, while Michigan baseball has posted a winning record in 11 of its last 12 seasons, and eyes are returned to the tournament for the first time since 2022. For schedules, promotions, and ticket information, visit mgoblue.com. That's mgoblue.com to join us for Michigan softball and baseball this spring.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water, see how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCAA. Getting you set for Michigan and Texas A&M for the second round of the NCAA tournament in Denver. Rob Joyce with you in the network studios. Extended pregame coverage. Our 5:15 Eastern tip has become 5:30 because Arkansas and St. John's, I believe, have a foul every 6 seconds in Providence. So still 8 minutes to go there with Arkansas leading St. John's 61-53. So let's learn more about today's opponent. Texas A&M enters as the 4 seed of the South region, entering at 23-10 overall. Finished 5th in the SEC in the regular season. Stumbled a bit down the stretch. Lost 4 straight from mid-February to March 1st. Snapped out of it in a nice way. An 11-point win over the number 1 team in the country, Auburn, to close out the regular season. Won a game at the SEC tournament, blew the doors off of LSU, then lost a double overtime thriller to Texas. Second best defense in the SEC. Best offensive rebounding team in the country. Led offensively by Wade Taylor IV, nearly 16 points per game. You heard Coach Williamson a few segments ago say a 3-level scorer. Also leads the team over 4 assists per game. A 4-year player in College Station. His 113th start for the Aggies today, playing in his 141st game. He's been in College Station nearly as long as Andrew Monaco, play-by-play voice of the Aggies. To learn more about A&M, we send things back to Denver and Brian.
Rob, thank you with the outstanding play-by-play voice of the Texas A&M Aggies, Andrew Monaco. Appreciate you joining us, Andrew. First off, the win over Yale on Thursday. What stood out to you? What impressed you from the Aggies win?
I thought the Aggies played to their identity, rebounding, and they rebound hard. They rebound for 40 minutes. I love to play into Pharrell Payne. I thought they were able to get the paint points over Yale, and Yale was going to pack it, but I thought Pharrell, that was his best game with a double-double, rebounding and also inside. But you could see the connectivity of their defense, and really that's been a calling card for Texas A&M this year, is you got to the first timeout, media timeout, and you had Aggies looking over to Buzz going, okay, you got to sub me out. But that connectivity is really something that they do. I'm a big believer in when you play to your identity, you give yourselves the best chance. It doesn't mean you're going to win, but you give yourself the best chance. I thought they turned Yale over, and they just don't turn the ball over. I thought that was big. For as much as we talk about the Aggies can struggle to score, if they can get that broken floor, they can finish. And I think it was that relentlessness as well on the boards. Everybody on that floor can run, get an offensive rebound, put back. That's a key to their success.
Yeah, it seems like that's going to be a key that Michigan fans are going to look at because the Wolverines have been up and down from the rebounding standpoint. This is the best rebounding team in the country. They board, 40-something% of their misses. How, in your eyes, do they pull that off so regularly?
Well, Buzz has called the offense at times a tractor pull. So if you miss the first shot, you better go get that second one. Just a little insight here. For A&M on offense, you have to take a predictable shot. That's where you are on the floor. Then there are guys who go get the rebound, and there are guys who get back. When it's unpredictable, when it's a broken floor, that's when the Aggies get in trouble because they're getting beat back up the floor. So those go-get guys, the guys who go get that offensive rebound, it's where Zurich Phelps didn't have to do that at SMU, but he's learned and really likes it now to do that. That, I think, is the key. It's very much in their role. I think it's similar. If I use the analogy of how fast Florida plays basketball, when you get to the first timeout, you're going, oh, that's what Coach meant by fast. And you try to adjust. You don't always do because they do it so well. I think with Texas A&M, it's you don't realize how hard they rebound until 40 minutes is over. And again, I think they like that. And again, it's everybody can offensive rebound. That's just been a key. This is a team that before they go to shoot around, they actually watch rebounding clips. And Buzz Williams has said when that ball leaves a shooter's hand, offensively or defensively, that's now a live ball. So you have the guy who gets the rebound gets graded, but so do the other 4 on the floor if they're doing their job. And I think it's just a little more of I don't know if it's raising IQ, but I think it allows these players to understand, okay, what I'm doing, what my role, that really matters.
You mentioned the defense. First few years of Buzz Williams here, solid, not spectacular. Now it's a top 10 defensive efficiency, second best in the SEC going into the tournament. What changed to go from good to great in that regard?
Experience, and I'm not trying to be glib. Sure. They've been, like when he started it, hey, this is what I want to do, and it's new players. And he doesn't have to start over all over again when a season starts. We can pick up from here, and then I think it's that understanding. And then when you bring in guys in the transfer portal, do they fit? Are they going to be part of that? Because to me, teams are puzzles. You and I have seen some teams where, man, the puzzle looks good on the box, but none of the pieces fit. I think what Buzz has done well is get the pieces that fit.
Lastly, when we're sitting here, say at the 10-minute mark of the first half, under 8 of the first half, if blank is going for Texas A&M, you feel like they've got a great chance. If blank is going against Texas A&M, you feel like they're in trouble.
They're in trouble if they turn the ball over. They are in good shape if there is a balance. Everybody has to contribute to this team. Every once in a while, Wade Taylor can carry this team offensively, but can they get the balance? Can they get Pharrell Payne scoring inside? Can they get those paint points? If they're turning it over, if it's broken floor, if that extra pass gets A&M in rotation, advantage Michigan.
Really enjoy your work. Appreciate the time. Have a great call, Andrew.
Thank you very much.
There's Andrew Monaco. Rob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Brian. A&M here by way of an 80-71 victory over Yale back on Thursday. Bulldogs pushed them in the second half, but the Aggies always answer the bell. Never really got down to a 1, even 2-score game in the second half, even though Yale tried and tried and tried. A&M 51% shooting in that game, plus 8 on the glass. That's the MO. 37 rebounds to 29 for the Elis, including 10 offensive rebounds and a monster game off the bench from Pharrell Payne. 25 points on 10 of 12 shooting in just 25 minutes and a double-double. He chipped in with a team-high 10 rebounds and then 16 for the head of the snake, Wade Taylor IV, in 29 minutes, along with 5 assists, just 1 turnover for the head man for the Aggies. Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Again, counting it down to a 5:30 tip for Michigan and Texas A&M. We are the third of 7 games to come throughout the day in the second round of the NCAA tournament. The first 2 of 2 South Region games. The winner of our game will advance to the Sweet 16 in Atlanta next week to take on the winner of the other South Region game to come today. It pits the top seed Auburn against 9th-seeded Creighton. That is tentatively set for a 7-10 tip from Lexington. Tigers have made just 1 Sweet 16 in the last 2 decades. It came back in that 2019 Final Four run, going up against a Blue Jays program that's been to this stage plenty, looking for a 3rd straight Sweet 16 appearance. And Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl knows Creighton will not be intimidated, even though they are facing the number 1 overall seed in the event in Auburn.
The fact that Creighton has been to the Sweet 16 for the last 5 years speaks, volumes about what kind of program they have, what kind of coach they have, and their culture. Yeah, I'd love to have a week to get ready for them because they do so many good stuff, so much good stuff that I think I would enjoy learning. We'll be excited about trying to guard it and seeing if we can put our defensive system in place against a very unique offense with a 7'2" center and a dynamic point guard and the different pieces around them.
So either Michigan or Texas A&M against either Auburn or Creighton. We know that Sweet 16 game, whoever plays, will be Friday in Atlanta. We just do not know the time. That probably won't come until late after all the games tomorrow have wrapped up and the second round is complete. The bottom half of the South region does not play until tomorrow night, 7:45 in Milwaukee. It is the 3-seed Iowa State against 6th-seeded Ole Miss. A Cyclones win would give them back-to-back second weekend appearances for the first time in program history. A Rebels win, it would be just their second Sweet 16 ever, period. The 2001 team got as far as the regional semifinal, and that's it. So Ole Miss had a scary first round, up 22 against North Carolina. Nearly saw that lead evaporate. Instead, they hang on, pull away, make some free throws for a victory. And head coach Chris Beard saw the maturity of his team in that win.
But yeah, I think a lot of things about our team. I do think we looked poised at times. We were composed when it mattered most. I didn't see anything about our team today that looked like there was any fraud in our program. I didn't see that. I saw a team that had a good season in the SEC. Just beat North Carolina in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
So the winner of Iowa State and Ole Miss will get either Michigan State or New Mexico in the Sweet 16. Spartans and Lobos play at 8:40 tomorrow night from Cleveland. Spartans kind of played with their food with the 15-seed Bryant in the first half last night, led by 5 at the break, and then handled its business in the second half. Wound up winning by 25. Cohen Carr led the team in scoring off the bench. Now MSU will go up against a Lobos team that won its first tournament game since 2012 last night, outlasting Marquette in a very entertaining game, and will look for its first Sweet 16 appearance since 1974. And the Spartans will see a somewhat familiar face on the opposing sidelines. Richard Pitino, the former Minnesota head coach, who said he is now reborn in Albuquerque.
You receive some tough news that you're being fired, right? And you got to get off the mat and not complain, and you got to
you just got to get back to work. And New Mexico gave me that opportunity and brought the joy and the life back into coaching. And winning comes along with that. So very, very grateful just for all the support that we got, that we get. I mean, you saw the fans here. That's going to, I know Michigan State, whoever wins, right? That's a huge brand, but New Mexico will find a way. Those fans will find a way to get here. So for me personally, it's another win. Very, very proud of the program, these players to be able to taste that. We'll move on, see if we can go shock the world.
Again, that game is in Cleveland, so you'd expect a heavy MSU crowd to make the trip from East Lansing. Again, both of the South Region games in the bottom half of the bracket. Tomorrow night, Iowa State, Ole Miss, and then Michigan State and New Mexico for the right to go to Atlanta for next weekend's Sweet 16. We're counting it down to Michigan and Texas A&M on the top half of the South Region bracket. We'll go through what's happened in the other regions outside of the South today and tomorrow next. This is Wolverine basketball from Learfield.
Champion Circle is the preeminent name, image, and likeness collective supporting University of Michigan student athletes. Help Champion Circle empower Wolverine student athletes through NIL by joining the Everybody In for Michigan campaign. Our goal is to reach over 100,000 Michigan fans to help ensure that Michigan remains at the forefront of college athletics. For more on the Everybody In for Michigan campaign, head to championscircleufm.com. Champion Circle, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Michigan, Texas A&M.
Right side, Jones pops up a three. Bullseye!
More from the NCAA tournament comes your way in 1 minute, right here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota, like the best-selling RAV4. Now through March 31st, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.99 on a RAV4 Hybrid. Excludes plug-ins. Or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
We are still about 25 or so minutes away to tip from Denver. Michigan battles Texas A&M. We just ran through the South region in depth where the Wolverines reside within the NCAA tournament bracket. Outside of it, there are 6 other games going on today in the tournament. The game before us in the West region is still going, and it's going to go down to the wire. 3:30 to go in Providence. The 10-seed Arkansas leads the 2-seed St. John's in the West region 66-64. It's been an entertaining game. Arkansas has led most of the way, nearly 31 minutes, have led by as many as 13 in the second half. Johnnies have whittled it down to 2, with at the final media timeout approaching. Zubi Ejiofor for the Johnnies, a double-double, 21 points, 10 rebounds, has carried the load in the second half, while Arkansas has been led by Billy Richmond III. He has 15 points, including a jumper that just put the Hogs back up 4 with under 3 minutes to go. So that game is winding down. That's the reason our tip got pushed from 5:15 to 5:30. Rick Pitino, John Calipari, living up to the hype as expected in Providence. The winner of that game will get the winner of a 6-10 tip in Wichita out of the West region. The 3-seed Texas Tech against 11th-seeded Drake. The Bulldogs, one of just 5 double-digit seeds to advance, one of 3 that were seeded 11th or worse. A lot of chalk over the first couple of days. A couple of former Division II coaching standouts. Red Raiders' Grant McCasland spent a couple of years at that level before banking the jump to a couple of D1 schools, so he's intimately familiar with Drake's Ben McCollum. His first year as the head coach with Drake after a dominant 15 years at Northwest Missouri State, where he won 4 national titles. And McCaslin says that deep friendship developed at the D2 level. We put on hold for 2.5 hours later today.
We all went fishing a couple summers ago in Wyoming, big trout fishing, and I love them, but when you play them, it's different. So we'll look forward to the opportunity to compete. We'll always be friends, but tomorrow or Saturday, I guess it'll be on.
So again, the winner of that one, Drake and Texas Tech, will get the winner of Arkansas and St. John's. That just now at the final media timeout with under 3 minutes to go. So that's the West region today. The Midwest saw the first game of the day for the third straight year. Purdue off to the Sweet 16.
Shot clock down to 10. Right wing Colvin fakes the 3. Now lobs it into Trey Kaufman-Wren. He goes strong. Count the basket. And a foul. Silivangi the foul. The bucket Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue leads 58-39.
Rob Blackman from Learfield. 76-62, Purdue cruises past McNeese behind a double-double from Trey Kaufman-Wren, 22 points, 15 rebounds. Final score, not even quite that close. Purdue was up 18 at halftime, largely put it in cruise control in the second half. 4 in double figures for the Boilers, along with Kaufman-Wren, 15 for Fletcher Lawyer, 10 points, 5 assists, albeit 8 turnovers for Braden Smith, and then 11 for C.J. Cox as Purdue made 11 threes, and then 19 of 23 from the free throw line, a fairly convincing victory over the 12-seed McNeese Cowboys. So Will Wade, his time at McNeese is over. He's now the head coach likely at NC State once that becomes official. Purdue off to the 6th time in the last 8 tournaments, off to the second weekend. Also improves the Big Ten's record in the tournament thus far to 9-0. Per CBS Sports, Matt Norlander, a couple of other sources as well have reported this. The Big Ten going 8-0 the last 2 days is the most first-round wins ever by a conference without suffering a loss. 8 teams in the tournament, 8 victories, make it 9, with Purdue, Michigan trying to make it 10. Purdue will move on to face the winner of an 8:40 game in Wichita between the 1 seed in that region, Houston, against 8th-seeded Gonzaga. The big difference in seeding, a 1 versus an 8, but those are 2 of the top 10 teams in the country. If you go by KenPom's rankings, the Zags trying for a 10th straight Sweet 16 appearance, far and away the longest active streak in the country. Houston in the midst of its renaissance under Kelvin Sampson, a run as they're a 1 seed this year that's making Kelvin Sampson a little bit reflective.
This game is bigger than any individuals. The people that sit in these back rooms and try to make decisions on kids' experiences, some of those people forgot where they came from. I remember I coached at an NAI school in Washington State. It was the only jobs I could get when I was a young coach. And having conference tournaments and having a chance to play for this tournament is great incentives for teams.
Yeah, so again, Houston and Gonzaga will play at 8:40, and the winner will get Purdue in the Sweet 16 out of the in the Sweet 16 next week. Other region, bottom half of the Midwest region, it's split. Playing in the late game tonight, it's the 2-seed Tennessee against 7th-seeded UCLA. That is a 9:40 tip from Lexington. Last game tonight, few that Bruins coach Mick Cronin respects more than the head man in Knoxville, his opponent tonight.
My respect for Coach Barnes is off the charts because he does it the right way. Cares about kids, coaches. He's not a phony. He is who he is, and it's worked for him for many, many years. And Tennessee got really lucky when somebody else let him go. It's been great for Tennessee basketball, obviously. So they've been in a golden era of, being at the top or near the top of the SEC. So they're always a great defensive team. They take care of the ball. They don't beat themselves. They got a great point guard.
So the winner of that game, UCLA and Tennessee, won't know its opponent until tomorrow when Illinois takes on Kentucky. So that leaves the East region. West region, by the way, winners move on to Indianapolis. East region goes to Newark. Just 1 game slated later for today. It also involves a Big Ten team. Wisconsin and BYU will follow our game in Denver, so they won't start on time either since we're not starting on time. Badgers haven't advanced beyond the second round since 2017. Now face a Cougar team that head coach Greg Gard says looks a lot like different Big Ten teams.
I think BYU may have even more shooters than Illinois. There's different traits or pieces as we go throughout our league. The thrust and transition pace they play with is similar to a Michigan State. But like I said, I'm just really, obviously for any team that's playing right now is really good. And there's a lot of comparisons of teams that we played against.
Alabama and St. Mary's tomorrow is who Wisconsin or BYU would face in the Sweet 16. That's out of the East region, so that's in Newark. So those are all the games today outside of the South region. Tomorrow starts again at 12:10 with the West region. The top seed in that region is Florida, taking on the two-time national defending champion UConn. That game's in Raleigh at 12:10, followed by the second game in Raleigh, another 1 seed, 1 versus 9 matchup. Top seeded Duke looked good yesterday in cruising in its win over a 16 seed in Mount St. Mary's. Cooper Flagg was back. They're taking on the number 9 seed in the East region, Baylor. Head coach Scott Drew likes what he sees again from the Blue Devils, outlines what it'll take to beat the top seeded team in the East tomorrow.
We have to play a really good game, and we're capable of playing really good games. I don't think we're in awe of anybody. With the last I saw, our strength of schedule was 4th in the country. So we just got done playing Houston, who's a number 1 seed. So at the end of the day, ball gets tipped. Team that plays the best that day for 40 minutes wins.
So Duke and Baylor in the East region. Midwest tomorrow in Milwaukee. Mentioned Illinois is in the second round, taking on the 3 seed in the Midwest, Kentucky. And the winner of that one we mentioned a few minutes ago could get Wisconsin if the Badgers were to advance to the Sweet 16. So we could get an all Big Ten at Sweet 16 in the Midwest region. Indianapolis, that's at 5:15. Alabama, the 2 seed, takes on the 7 seed St. Mary's in the East region at 6:10. Maryland advanced in style over Grand Canyon yesterday. The Terps play tomorrow night against the 12 seed Colorado State in the West region. And then the final few games, the 2 South region games we mentioned last segment, Iowa State, Ole Miss, and Michigan State, New Mexico. That's the bottom half of our region. And things end with an old Pac-12 game for good old time's sake. Arizona and Oregon will play in Seattle for the final spot in the Sweet 16 tomorrow. Meanwhile, this is not the only Michigan team playing for a spot in the Sweet 16. Yesterday in South Bend, the women's team overcame a 10-point second-half deficit, slipped past Iowa State 80-74. Freshman duo in the fourth quarter, Olivia Olson, Mila Holloway, came alive, combined for 16 of the team's 27th fourth quarter scoring, but Michigan does not advance without the efforts of senior Jordan Hobbs. A career-high 28 points, 9 of 16 shooting. There was a point in the third when Hobbs had 7 made field goals. Everyone else for Michigan had 8. As one of the few returners from last year, it was a performance that made Kim Barnes-Rico emotional in the team talk in the locker room afterwards.
Y'all don't know because you weren't here when she went through it. But her energy, her enthusiasm, like everything was about the team. It was about the team, and it's hard. Like, I know it's hard. I know that it's hard. But just to see the perseverance and like the refuse, like we were not going home today. Like it was not happening. It was not happening. But that is like ultimately what it's all about.
And then Hobbs and the women, yes, they didn't go home. They play tomorrow, 1 o'clock against the host school in their pod in Notre Dame. Meanwhile, the men taking on Texas A&M. We're about 15 minutes to tip. We'll take a time out to get Dusty May's pregame thoughts. Wolverines and Aggies coming your way on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Your official home of the Maize and Blue, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Risk management is not just what we do, it's our calling. We trace our roots to 1850 when Alan Pinkerton founded Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. During our rich history, we created a forerunner to the U.S. Secret Service, hired America's first woman detective, and remained the industry leader. Today, we infuse institutional knowledge and technology with integrity, vigilance, and excellence to deliver innovative solutions to clients around the globe. No matter when, no matter where, we are there for you. Because at Pinkerton, we never sleep.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
We're closing in on tip-off, so let's head into the Michigan locker room and hear from head coach Dusty May. With Coach May, here's Brian Bush.
We're here in Denver, Michigan and Texas A&M spot in the Sweet 16 on the line, and Dusty May's alongside. You said in your press conference yesterday, point number one on the scouting report is offensive rebounds. If you had to characterize just why they are the number one offensive rebounding team in the country, how would you?
Well, they're built like NFL football players, and they know who's shooting the ball. They have great role definition, and their guards shoot a majority of their shots, and they anticipate when those shots are going to happen, and they get themselves in position early, so they're usually the hammer versus the nail. And when you have the physical attributes that they have, and you've already put yourself in position, there's a good chance you're going to get them. And they get almost 42% of them, which is the highest in the country by a couple percent.
This is something that Buzz Williams and company have done for a while. Defensively, they've gone from pretty solid to pretty good to great this year. They're top 10 defensive efficiency. You saw them last year in November. Where have they improved defensively from then to now?
Well, when they get their defense set, they're extremely disruptive. They play 10 guys, so there's very little time where someone's fatigued on the court, just the sheer volume of players. But they're so disruptive. And once again, it comes down to their size, their length. They try to keep you from getting to the middle of the floor. They double your post-ups. And for us, obviously, post-ups have been an efficient shot for us. So it takes away the post-ups. They make you skip. They make you drive to kick. And if you're not a good passing team, if you're not a team that really relocates well, they could give you fits.
You mentioned their role definition. And to have role definition so stark with 10 players on the team, especially this late in the season, has to be impressive and a unique challenge because of the short turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah, it actually helps a little bit because you know what each guy does. And so when I'm matched up with player X, he's a three-point shooter, and that's what he's going to do 90% of the time. But yeah, they obviously have bought into how they function best within their team, and maybe they can do more, maybe they can't. I don't know I don't know a lot of their players and their backgrounds, but I know they're a connected group, and they fight tooth and nail.
The balance, impressive, but the one guy who stands out offensively is Wade Taylor IV. He's their all-time leading scorer. He's all over their career records. What stands out as you watch him on film? What makes him as good as he is?
He's incredibly streaky, and when he gets going, he's in range when he steps in the gym, and he can shoot it off the bounce, off high ball screens, and so he just presents a number of challenges because he's one of those guys when he sees one go in. So it's very, very important that we don't lose him in transition, or he doesn't get a breakaway layup or something that really gets his mojo going, because when he does, he's a tough cover.
Dusty, always appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Brian.
There's Dusty May. Michigan, Texas A&M, spot in the Sweet 16 in Atlanta on the line. We'll come back with Terry's keys to victory, the starting lineups, and the opening jump next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ann Arbor has a goal to reach 100% renewable energy by 2030, and DTE is committed to helping the city get there. Between DTE's wind and solar projects and local participation in My Green Power, we're already 30% of the way there. Join thousands of your neighbors who are using My Green Power to reduce their carbon footprint and support Michigan-made renewable energy. Learn more at migreenpower.com. Together, we can power a sustainable future.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Warm up this winter with thoughts of Michigan softball and Michigan baseball, because tickets are on sale now. Softball is fresh off yet another Big Ten tournament title and NCAA tournament appearance, while Michigan baseball has posted a winning record in 11 of its last 12 seasons and eyes a return to the tournament for the first time since 2022. For schedules, promotions, and ticket information, visit mgoblue.com. That's mgoblue.com to join us for Michigan softball and baseball this spring.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
The second round of the NCAA tournament is upon us. Michigan and Texas A&M moments away from tip-off here at Ball Arena in downtown Denver. Well, Terry Mills, the last time the Wolverines reached the Final Four, which in 2018 was down in San Antonio, they crushed the Aggies. That was in the Sweet 16. This is for a berth in the second weekend of the dance. How do the Wolverines get it done again? What are your keys to victory?
Well, number one, they've got a defensive rebound. The Aggies are the best offensive rebounding team in the nation. Rebound 42% of their misses. Average 14 offensive rebounds per game. So Michigan needs to be physical, make contact, and go get those loose balls, those 50-50 balls. They will pay dividends in a game of this magnitude. And number two, treasure and value the basketball. Play with poise under pressure. Don't allow that three-quarter court press that Texas A&M usually put on teams affect you. Those live ball turnovers, they will hurt you in a game of this magnitude. They want to play a chaotic type ball game. If they can get Michigan sped up, it will be beneficial to Texas A&M. Last but not least, Michigan's got to shoot the ball with confidence. Be able to take those looks that's given. When they give those looks on defense, Michigan's got to be willing to take those. Don't pass up those shots because you never know when you're going to get them back again. So play inside out if you can because they're going to double the post. Get Vlad and Danny involved in this game early and often.
Wolverines certainly shot well early from deep. They started 5 of 10 on Thursday against UC San Diego, finished 4 of 17 for a 33% mark, 9 of 27. Their most threes in a game since that 12 for 28 performance against Penn State on January 27th. The last time Michigan shot better than 40% from the long line. And for Texas A&M, they are ready, willing, and able to allow you to shoot threes. They gave up 49.4% of opponents' attempts from downtown. Only McNeese with more three-point attempt willingness defensively in the NCAA tournament than this Texas A&M team, and earlier today Purdue took advantage of that. Those are Terry's keys to victory. Now the starting lineups. First for the men from College Station, Texas, the 4th-seeded Aggies of Texas A&M. 23-10 overall, 11-7 in the Southeastern Conference. Their star, Wade Taylor IV, wears number 4. He's the program's all-time leading scorer, 2nd in three-point makes, 3rd in steals, and 6th in assists all-time at A&M. He averages a team best 16 points a ball game. The other starting guards, Manny Obaseki, who is starting his 5th straight game. First 4, he's had 10 points a game and has shot 5 of 9 from downtown. Also, Hayden Hefner, he is now the Aggies' all-time leader in games played, this number 143 for Hefner. Inside, the Aggies bring several waves of athletic, rebound-savvy forwards. The 2 starters, their top 2 rebounders. Henry Coleman III, 5.5 per contest, and Anderson Garcia, who possesses the nickname the Dominican Rodman for his rebounding prowess. He's at a little bit more than 6 a ball game in just 24 minutes per contest. The head coach for the Aggies is Buzz Williams, one of 2 coaches, along with Rick Barnes, to lead 3 different Power Conference programs to 100 or more wins. Here at Texas A&M, Williams is 118-72. Overall, he has won 371 games. The associate head coach is Devin Johnson, assistants Steve Roccaforte, Lyle Wolf, and Vince Walden. For the 5th-seeded Michigan Wolverines, 26-9 overall in games decided by 4 points or less. Michigan, including Thursday against the Tritons of UC San Diego, they've won 11 in a row and 13 overall. That's tied for a Division I record. The point guard, they call him the gamer. Trey Donaldson had the game-winning 3 with 2:13 left in the round of 64 over UC San Diego. Joining him in the backcourt, the two-man Damari Burnett, shooting 41% from downtown in the 4 games Michigan's played this postseason. And the 3-guard, Reuben Jones, who Dusty May has called the team's connector since he joined the starting lineup about 6 weeks ago. Inside, the talented 7-foot duo, Area 51. At the 4, the Big Ten's leader in rebounds a game. That is 10 for Danny Wolf. And Vlad Golden, the man in the middle, he's 10th nationally, shooting 62% from the floor. 10 points and 4 boards against A&M last season when FAU beat the Aggies in the semifinals of the ESPN Events Invitational. The head coach for the Wolverines, Dusty May, 152 wins to 78 losses, and this is his 7th season as a head coach. Over the last 3 seasons, Dusty May is 86-22 overall, 12-3 in postseason games. His assistants, Mike Boynton Jr., Akeem Miskadeen, Justin Joyner, and the 2 on the scout for the Aggies, who were both assistants at FAU for that win over Texas A&M, our pregame guest, Drew Williamson, and Kyle Church. Our officials here today, Pat Driscoll, who has not officiated a Michigan or Texas A&M game this year, Byron Jarrett, who's been a part of 3 Texas A&M games, Michigan seeing him for the first time, and Earl Walton, pretty close to the reverse. This is 5th Michigan assignment. He has yet to see the Aggies this season. Wolverines, as the lower seed, come out in the blue jersey, tops and bottoms. Texas A&M, the 4 seed, the better seed. They have the home whites, and they have the fans behind their bench, far to our right. The Michigan faithful behind us and to our left, with the Wolverines bench cross-court from us. With the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, and our host Rob Joyce, I'm Brian Bush. Terry, you throw out the seedings once you get to this stage. Doesn't matter. These 2 teams, they are evenly matched. They can do some things the other may not love to have done to them. This is a fascinating matchup.
Yes, it is. And, I really feel like Michigan can also hit those offensive boards. And what I've found in my playing days is that things teams like to do to you, they don't like done to them. So Michigan can take advantage there and start hitting the boards and get some second shot opportunities.
Survive and advance. The Aggies took care of Yale. Really had their distance on the Bulldogs much of the second half yesterday. Wolverines edged UC San Diego. The winner of this one earns a date with either Creighton or the number 1 seed in the tournament, Auburn, who Texas A&M beat on their senior day a couple of weeks back. That will be in Atlanta coming up 6 days from now. It'll be Byron Jarrett to flip it up. Anderson Garcia awaits for the Aggies. Vlad Golden for Michigan. And Vlad Golden taps it back to Trey Donaldson, who settles for a moment on the NCAA portion of the center circle logo and then crosses the timeline for the maize and blue. Donaldson around a hedge from Golden, picks up his dribble. Feeds right side. Wolf has it. Over to the point. Shot clock halfway gone. Shot fake. Donaldson 30 feet out. Jogs his way right wing with 10 on the timer. Donaldson drives in on Garcia. Behind the back bounce. Jump stop in the lane. Leans in. Banks and scores it. Michigan up 2-0 early. Nice move from Trey Donaldson.
Yeah, they call him the gamer. I tell you what, he's game. I mean, he's an emotional type guy. And
alley-oop up from Garcia toward Hefner, who soared and missed the jam. Rebound popcorns to Donaldson. Michigan catches a break.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you can't fall asleep on the weak side.
Donaldson picks up his dribble at the point. Over to the left wing, Burnett. Michigan 2, A&M nothing. 55 seconds in. Banker strong on the left block by Golden. Easy rebound, Garcia for the Aggies. Right to left comes Taylor. A&M star floats left of the lane. Well short. Tap rebound by Golden to Donaldson. Without numbers, he jogs left to right for the Wolverines. Crafty dribbling. Pauses right corner. Flips it to Golden. Catches, leans, and got the friendly Plinko to drop. 4-0 Wolverines. Couple of buckets in the paint.
Yeah, good pace by the Wolverines. And I tell you what, they're doing a good job early. I know we just started, but they're taking care of that glass.
Obaseki left block. Tough, hanging window shot. Good off the glass. And the Aggies are on the board. 4-2 Michigan. 1.5 minutes deep here in this first half. Left side Jones, shot fake, leans in. He'll kick it back out Donaldson. In rhythm, right wing 3. Off to the left, and a one-hop rebound comes down to Danny Wolf for Michigan. So the Wolverines come up with the first offensive rebound of the ball game. Skip past Burnett, extra feed left corner. Jones tries a 3, way short. Barely grazed front iron, knocked out of bounds by Wolf. Back to A&M, who trails Michigan 4-2, 18-13 left first half.
Yeah, if you're Reuben Jones, you're wide open. You got to be ready to catch and shoot that basketball. If that's what the shot that presents itself, you got to be ready to knock that shot down.
Jones coming in 25% on the year from three. Shot at 42% last year for North Texas. Free throw, or straight on three ball by Garcia, well short. Easy rebound, Michigan. A&M misfires on its first triple try. Left side, Donaldson kicks Wolf. Shot fake, left corner, takes it strong. Easy lay-in, gliding in left baseline. Scoring it with the right hand, 6'2", Maize and Blue.
Yeah, good show and go there by Danny Wolf. Talked about that before the game. I seen him knock down 6 in a row from that area, but tell you what, he got along that baseline, was able to get right to the basket.
Taylor skip Coleman leans in from the left block, swishes it down from 5 feet away. Aggies have the Michigan advantage, 6'4" Wolverines. Jones past the timeline for the Maize and Blue. Over to Burnett on the E in Madness at that center circle logo here in downtown Denver. Now Donaldson surveys the scene on the left point, guarded by Hayden Hefner. Lob it right wing, Golden. He'll sight up a three ball, airborne, way off the mark. Rebound Hefner for Texas A&M. Past the center line comes Taylor for the Aggies. Right wing Obaseki. Jab step on Jones, back to Taylor, the program's leader in scoring. Leader on the team in points per game. Shoots a three straight on. Off the heel. Rebound secured by Hefner. One dribble. Pump fake. Leans in on Golden. Misses it short. Tap rebound by Wolf over to Golden, who shovels it Donaldson. Michigan up 2 with the basketball. Donaldson, left corner. Jones stepped on the sideline. And Michigan commits its first turnover at the 16:45 mark. 6-4 Michigan, A&M ball. Subs for both sides. Will Cheddar and Roddy Gale Jr. summoned as Namari Burnett and Vlad Golden exit. A&M also counters with some swapping around. For the first time, we see Solomon Washington, the athletic junior, who's had 12 offensive rebounds in the last 4 ball games for A&M. He's out there along with Pharrell Payne, the leading scorer in their win on Thursday with 25. And their second leading scorer is Zurich Phelps, joined by Taylor and Obaseki from the starting lineup, spinning in the paint. Payne puts one up, misses, but gets fouled. And Pharrell Payne earns a couple of free throws, picking up where he left off yesterday when he put up a career-high 25.
Yeah, I tell you what, Payne was in attack mode the minute he caught it down there on that mid-post area. Had his mind made up exactly what he was going to do, was go to the basket. And as you talked about, he just came off of that 25-point ball game, so he's playing at an all-time high as far as confidence is concerned.
14 seconds into his stint, Will Cheddar picks up the foul. 58% free throw shooter, Pharrell Payne. On the season, the Minnesota transfer misfires on the first. So still 6-4 Wolverines. 16:31 on the first half clock. The junior's second is a swish, and the Aggies cut it to 1. Donaldson with the basketball. Little three-quarter press here from A&M. Michigan breaks it with some passing. Right side Donaldson, right where he hit that go-ahead 3 on Thursday. Feed it inside. Wolf catches Banks, missed it, got his own rebound. In amongst 3 Aggies, spinning and had it poked away by Solomon Washington. Turnover Michigan. Near sideline Taylor with Forest Green sneakers on. Alley-oop up to Payne, who thunders it down left baseline. And the Aggies have their first lead 7-6. We're 4 minutes deep first half. Quickly other side, Cheddar, jab step on the right wing. Washington pestering him out there. Cheddar picks up his bounce, in some trouble, vacates to Jones, center circle. Around a screen from Cheddar, Jones off the bounce, finds Donaldson wide open, unleashes a 3, off the front of the rim, got his own rebound, and a loose ball foul on Texas A&M. Donaldson saw it the entire way that one didn't have a chance, but he smartly got the rebound, and that brings us to a media timeout. First foul for A&M, it belongs to Manny Obaseki. And we have a timeout. 15:44 left first half. Texas A&M 7, Michigan 6. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
The madness continues after this word from your local station.
Back to Trey in between the circles. Around a golden screen, shoots a 25-footer, knocks it down!
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Texas A&M, the early edge, 7-6 on Michigan, 15:44 on the first half clock. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce with you. Terry, your takeaways from the first 4+ minutes.
Yeah, I like the way Michigan is dialed in, extremely active. I talked about it just before the game at the tip, that sometimes teams don't like things that they like doing to you. Michigan has 3 offensive rebounds, only 1 for the Aggies. So if Michigan can keep up with that type of pace, get themselves some extra shots. And they got us down for 2 turnovers, but one of them was an offensive rebound by Danny. And he got stripped.
Trey Donaldson readies to inbound baseline right for the Wolverines. 20 on the timer. The inbound to Danny Wolf, head of the key. Looking inside for Cheddar. Instead, lobs it out center line, Donaldson. Over to Roddy Gale Jr., his first touch in his second career NCAA tournament game. Right point, Wolf, jab step, going up against Payne. Step back, he'll hoist a long rainmaking 3. Barely grazed the right side of the rim. Easy rebound, Zurich Phelps and Texas A&M.
Yeah, I thought he settled that time around. I think he should be able to beat Payne off the dribble.
Wolverines 0-5 to start from 3. Lean in, free throw line floater from Phelps. It's off the mark. 1-hop rebound, tap back to the shooter. Phelps has it left corner against Cheddar. Over to Taylor, loses the handle, and Donaldson charges for it, and a foul called on Taylor on the reach-in. Good clap of the hands from Trey Donaldson after the hustle. It was a bang-bang play, and it was indeed a foul called by Earl Walton on Wade Taylor IV, his first, team second.
Well, just a reaction of Trey Donaldson. I mean, he was just first to react to that basketball. Usually you see Michigan kind of counter. Michigan was on their toes that time around.
Reuben Jones and Danny Wolf take their first breathers. Vlad Golden, along with the Amari Burnett Michigan starters, back on the floor. 5 minutes deep first half, 7-6, Texas A&M, the narrow edge. High to the left, Burnett crosses over inside on Hefner, takes it strong, banks, a lot of contact, no. Offensive board, Golden finishes, yes, count it in a foul. Vlad Golden getting in there. Like you said, Terry, flipping the script on the offensive boarding Aggies. He's got an and 1, gives Michigan the 8-7 lead, and Zurich Phelps picks up the foul, number 1 on him.
Yeah, I mean, the Aggies are a team that will give you the 3-point shot. Love that fact that Namari tried to get downhill to finish at the basket.
73% shooter from the line. Golden swishes it down. Had 2 massive makes in the final moments of that win on Thursday against UC San Diego. 9-7, U of M the advantage. High to the right, Zurich Phelps, who takes the most shots on this team. Free throw line, pauses his dribble. Over to the right of the lane, it's Washington. 1 dribble, double clutch floater. Yes, over Cheddar, count it, and a foul. And Will Cheddar has 2 early. The Aggies knotted at 9, 14:38 left first half, and a chance at a free throw for Solomon Washington.
Yeah, Will kind of got his hand caught in a cookie jar then. Got to kind of keep your hands up, show your hands when a guy goes up to take a shot like that. Will had his hands down. Sure, he'll stay locked in. I mean, he picked up 2 early fouls in other ball games that we've seen, but he'll stay engaged.
Washington 68% from the stripe. Slight knee bend, shoots it up there, knocks it down, and the Aggies are back in front 10-9. Danny Wolf spells Will Cheddar with those 2 infractions, who gets some words of encouragement from Akeem Miskadeen and Justin Joyner, Michigan assistants. Near sideline, Burnett. Now Wolf to Donaldson, center circle.
declines a screen. Now flip it into Golden. Catches, flings one up there. No. Tap-up attempt by Gale. Goes begging. Rebound ripped down by Pharrell Payne. Shovels it underhand. Phelps behind the back bounce. 3-ball Taylor. Airborne and short. Rebound tap by Donaldson to Wolf. And the Wolverines have it. Burnett spills to the deck. Michigan still with some tempo. Donaldson, Euros in the lane. Flings it up there. No, but he gets fouled, and he's going to the line for 2. And it all started with the guard rebounding, which Dusty May has encouraged his group to do as of late. Foul goes on Solomon Washington, his first, and it's the 4th on the Aggies.
Yeah, they understand this is all hands on deck. I know a lot of times we get out-rebounded, and they always say, well, they got 2 7-footers. That has nothing to do with it. You got to have guards, and everybody has to be involved in rebounding the basketball.
First free throw off the heel from Michigan starting point guard Trey Donaldson, who is 70% on the year coming in. He is 25 of his last 30, including that miss. Second one, booked that one. And we're knotted up at 10 apiece as L.J. Kaysen gets his first opportunity here in this round of 32. Trey Donaldson jogs to the bench. Also, Wade Taylor sits out for the first time. And Anderson Garcia, their star rebounder, returns.
Yeah, what a stint by Trey Donaldson to be able to get the Wolverines going early.
3 points, an assist, and 3 rebounds for Donaldson. He averages 3.5 a game. Inside Payne, over Golden. Good contest. Nowhere close on the banker. Never hit rim, and Golden peels off the rebound. Wolverines and Aggies tied at 10, 13:50. Rolling first half clock. Gale into the paint. Jumping pass right side. Kaysen wants 3. Book that, baby! L.J. Kaysen flings out the 3 with his right hand, which just delivered Michigan the lead back. 13-10 Wolverines.
I tell you what, take what the defense is giving you. No hesitation there.
Phelps left elbow, shoots over Wolf, front iron off,
yes,
and
sir.
Golden rips down the rebound. He's already got 4. Near sideline, Kaysen jets his way, fling it over Wolf, jumping stop,
Yes,
lays
sir.
it up and in low on the right. L.J. Kaysen providing a spark. Michigan up 5. It's 15-10.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you rebound the basketball, you can get out and run, and that's the style that Coach Dusty May has always wanted to play. But if you don't rebound the basketball, then it's hard to do that.
Phelps trudges into the paint, misses to the left. Payne gets the rebound and then gets fouled. And the bump goes on Namari Burnett. The foul is a shooting foul. That was a quick whistle for a shooting foul from Pat Driscoll, but 2 free throws for Pharrell Payne.
Yeah, well, Payne is not the best free throw shooter, but as you just said, it looked like it was a little delay there. It should have been on the floor.
Payne just split a pair moments ago. 58% shooter from the line, and he knocks down the first. Cuts the Michigan lead to 4, 15-11, 13:04 to play. Aggies not elite from the line. They are the 8th worst NCAA tournament team, coming in at 69%. 12 of 21 Thursday against Yale. That's 57%. Payne second, front iron off. Good rebound by Vlad Golden. He's been great so far. 5 points, 5 rebounds. Michigan the basketball, behind the back bounce, Kaysen with a speed. He finds Wolf cutting to the bucket for an easy 2-hand jam. L.J. Kaysen has created Michigan's last 7 points. Wolverines by a game-high 6.
I'll tell you what, when you can get a spark like that off that Wolverines bench by L.J. Kaysen,
Garcia, rebuttal line drive 3, left point is good. 17-14, Michigan's lead down to 3. Gale splits 2 and is passed toward Wolf, deflected, and they're going to say it was off Michigan last. Here comes Pat Driscoll to fix that call, no doubt about it. It was tipped out of bounds by Garcia, or Wolf might have had another easy stroll to the bucket.
Yeah, well, Michigan guards are doing an excellent job at finding those gaps, and then they're trying to drive down those lanes, and we don't have a whole lot of drop-offs for dunks and finishes at the rim, so it adds another element to this Michigan's offense.
12:34 on a halted first half clock. Michigan a 17-14 advantage. Kaysen chucks it up right wing. Golden catches. Over to Wolf, right point. Dribbling off a screen from Golden. Crosses over, considers a 3, vacates to Golden. Skip a pass intercepted by Zurich Phelps. That's his 56th steal of the year. Turnover Wolverines.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those unforced turnovers where I thought he kind of threw it to an open area.
Garcia, another 3 from the same spot. This one barely grazed front iron. Last touch going out of bounds by Michigan. So it remains with the Aggies. Shot clock at 20. Wolverines by 3. Garcia comes in at 38% from deep, but he's now hit 11 of his last 16. Before that in his career, he was 34%.
Yeah, well, I don't mind those type of rebounds, or if they're going to get an offensive rebound like that. L.J. Kaysen pretty much said, my guy is not going to get it. I'm going to face guard him and box him out. And had no idea that the ball was bouncing.
Jace Carter and C.J. Wilcher chiming in for the first time. Wilcher, this team's best three-point shooter by percentage at 41. Phelps snakes his way right elbow, jumping past right corner. Garcia up fake, takes it right baseline to left. Underhand lead, Wilcher tries three. It's strong. Rebound back tapped, and it's secured by Carter in front of Dusty May in the Michigan bench. Second chance, really third chance for the Aggies on this trip. Media stoppage, next dead ball. Wolverines in front 17-14, 11:40 remaining before recess.
Yeah, well, the Wolverines was in the fight.
Left side, Garcia alone for a three ball over Kaysen and knocks it down. Anderson Garcia has a couple of triples, and we're deadlocked at 17, 11.5 to play first half.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication there by the Wolverines with that Garcia cutting across the lane. You had two guys run at one.
Right pocket, Burnett to Wolf, high on the right for Michigan. Decked in blue on this round of 32 Saturday in Denver. Wolf around a Golden screen, feeds inside Golden, goes up strong, banks, a foul. They want to see if that was a goaltend. Michigan asking if it hit the glass first. Not going to get that call as the infraction goes on C.J. Wilcher.
Well, they have an opportunity to review it because it's a timeout here, even if they take a look at it. But
in any event, Danny Wolf will at least be at the line for one. Likely two. 17-17 with 11:11 left first half. Make a wish here from Denver. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
Get your roll on with Lucky Paradise at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Saturday in March from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., roll your way to Paradise and win a share of over $45,000 cash and travel vouchers. Get ready to jumpstart your vacation. Join us every Saturday at 10 p.m. for the grand prize drawing. Plus, boost your chances every Monday with 10 times entries. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Go Blue. Go Long. Go 5.5% ABV. Go sparkling citrus and real liquor. Go gluten-free and full flavor. Go with the drink that's the fastest growing spirits brand in the world 2023 and is unlike anything you've had before. Go with the Finnish Long Drink, a drink that goes with cheering on the maize and blue unlike any other spirits brand out there. Long Drink, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume, gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024, The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know what I love about spring? It's the season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or kohls.com for details.
17-17 our score. The Wolverines and Texas A&M knotted up thanks to a 6-0 run for the Aggies. A couple of three balls from Anderson Garcia. Brian, Terry, Rob, Tony with you here on this Saturday afternoon into evening. Terry, we talked about the rebounding discussion here going into it. The only team in the top 10 in college basketball in offensive rebounds, total rebounds, and rebound margin is Texas A&M. They averaged a +9 rebounding margin, yet the Wolverines +3 so far. What have you seen?
Well, I tell you what, they're dialed in. They understand and they've got the message that if you expect to be around in this game and give yourself a fighting chance, you got to be able to keep them off the boards. And Michigan is dominating them in the paint 12-6. And I tell you what, the Aggies are not going to let you just post up because they're going to come with double teams. But what Michigan has did, they've added a different element to their game where they're getting in the paint and having drop-offs. One of them has been to Vlad, another one to Danny Wolf. So
Vlad Golden at the free throw line where he's 1 of 1 today and a career best 73% on the year. Sights it, shoots it, swishes it. Michigan in front 18-17. When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, download the free Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to College Sports Live with the Varsity Network app.
Golden, his 8th NCAA tournament appearance, and he misses the second one short. Rebound, Texas A&M. Wade Taylor back on the floor for the Aggies, guarded by the returning Trey Donaldson. The high-level point guard battle. Right side, it's Anderson. Fakes a handoff to Wilcher, now gives it to Wilcher. Buries his head as he works his way left side. Carter jumps up a left corner three, swirls out, and Trey Donaldson secures a left-handed rebound, his 4th board today.
Yeah, what a job Michigan is doing on that screen roll action where they're actually blowing up those plays.
Golden left wing fakes a handoff to Donaldson. Now he shovels one toward Gale. It was tipped out of bounds, somehow saved by Taylor, jumping past Garcia at the left point, and the Aggies play on with the turnover. It's Michigan's 4th. Taylor, head down, spins left block, flings it up there. No, and the rebound, Danny Wolf for Michigan. Considers an outlet pass, didn't see a prime opening, so just spins his way into the forecourt for Michigan. 18-17 maize and blue, 10-15 remaining here on a ticking first half clock. Winner heads to the Sweet 16, where Michigan has been in its last 5 NCAA tournament appearances. Right point Donaldson slips one left side Gale, sizes up Carter, works his way left baseline, shoves one up there, no, and then a loose ball foul on Wade Taylor, the 4th, bumped into Golden, and that's number 2 on the star for the Aggies, one of their all-time greats.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Michigan is making a real conscious effort at getting on that glass, I tell you.
Taylor exits, as does Garcia. Manny Obaseki into the ball game, as is Solomon Washington. So right at the 10-minute mark, foul 2 on Wade Taylor. Inbound Donaldson has it on the left wing. 18-17 Michigan. Skip pass high to the left, Burnett. Looks at a screen, doesn't take it. Back to Jones now. Timer at 7. Leans in left baseline. Floats off the glass. Misses it short. Back tap rebound secured by Obaseki. A&M cleans up the Wolverines' miss.
Yeah, good recognition there by Reuben Jones.
Obaseki left of the lane. Darts to the bucket. No, but a foul comes on Michigan. So Obaseki earns 2 free throws on Reuben Jones' first foul. And it's foul 4 on the Wolverines. A&M is at 6. 18-17, Wolverines in front, and Manny Obaseki, a 74% shooter, by far the best season of his career, at the line, hands on his hips, awaits the first one, gets the basketball, takes a few steps toward the free throw line. He was standing at the head of the key, shoots it, thuds it off the heel, and it tickles the twine.
Yeah, different type of style there. I thought he was going to actually shoot it from inside the middle of the key there. Kind of a la Wilt Chamberlain used to shoot it from right there. So,
and Obaseki fortunate to get that one to fall. Vlad Golden leaves. Will Cheddar returns for Michigan with 2 fouls. The Southpaw's second. That one pure. And Texas A&M reclaims the lead. 19-18. We've seen 5 lead changes, 4 ties so far in this round of 32 matchup. Donaldson high on the right. Zone look from the Aggies. Donaldson jogging to the left side. Over to Jones, back to Trey. Right wing Wolf feeds Burnett. Right corner 3 off the heel. Cheddar fell down on the deck as Wilcher comes up with the Aggies rebound. No big protest from the Wolverines side as Texas A&M gets the rebound again. 9:06 left first half. A&M by 1. Obaseki, high banker, good. And Manny Obaseki with 4 straight for the Aggies, who lead 21-18. Inside of 9 minutes to play, a whistle, and a foul comes on Texas A&M away from the basketball. They call it on Solomon Washington, the feisty big man, who picks up his second. Kyle Church, one of the Wolverines' assistants on the scout, noted he's seen Solomon Washington play 4 times live before this. FAU and A&M were in an event over Thanksgiving last season. And he said he's seen Washington pick up 4 technical fouls.
Yeah, and he'd almost guaranteed us that he would pick up one in this ball game. I mean,
he sits down with those 2 fouls. Pharrell Payne, who's been strong so far, returns for Texas A&M. Some discussion about the foul. Buzz Williams holding his hands out in frustration as he is going to have a second word with Pat Driscoll. And now they're going to take a look. With the clock at 8:56, Michigan's coaching staff encourages the Wolverines over to the bench to use this as a timeout. 21-18, A&M with the lead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were trying to find out who was the shooter or what they were doing there.
In any event, Trey Donaldson is at the free throw line, readying for a 1-and-1 for the Wolverines on the 7th team foul by Texas A&M. Donaldson strong so far today. 3 points, 4 boards, and an assist in 8 minutes. Went 1 for 2 moments ago at the line. 70% on the year. Slight knee bend, shoots and scores it. Wolverines now 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. They struggled there yesterday. Thursday, 11 of 20. That was their worst performance since Penn State, January 27th. Second free throw flat, rebound Carter. And Donaldson, one emphatic clap of his hands in frustration as he's 2 of 4 at the line. A&M by 2, 21-19. Obaseki feed the post, low block left pane. He flings one up over Wolf and scores it. And the Aggies have their largest lead, 23-19, 8:40 left first half.
Well, that's a defensive assignment in Wolf that you've got to do your work early.
Nice cut by Burnett. Kicks it over to the right side, and he misfired on a pass to Cheddar. Burnett may have had a lane to lay that one up and in, but the Wolverines commit turnover number 5, and the first 4 have led to 6 points for Texas A&M. Wolf and Burnett leave. L.J. Kaysen and Reuben Jones return.
Yeah, just stay away from those live ball turnovers or turnovers for touchdowns.
Vlad Golden in. So it's Kaysen, Cheddar, Jones, Donaldson, and Golden for Michigan. Left baseline, Obaseki over to a lunging, floating miss by Coleman, who got his second chance blocked. Third one, no good. Cheddar comes up with a rebound for Michigan. Great defensive stand by the Wolverines. Donaldson around a modest hedge from Golden. Ooh. Crossover bounce, reverses, a lot of contact, no whistle, and the rebound by Jace Carter and Texas A&M.
Yeah, just stay in the fight if you're the Wolverines.
Obaseki around a screen from Coleman. Pauses left block. In some trouble. Halts his dribble. Right side, Wiltshire all the way to the cup. Leaning banker, no good. Rebound, Jones for Michigan. Wolverines left to right. They've missed their last 4 from the floor. Jones steps in the lane, scoops and scores it in for Michigan. Nice move from Reuben Jones. He's got his first bucket. 23-21. The Aggies lead dwindles to 2.
And I'll tell you what, all under control by Reuben Jones. I mean, wasn't sped up.
Payne in on Golden, who goes straight up, but Payne finishes anyways off the glass. 25-21 Aggies, 7:22. Media timeout, next dead ball here in this first half. Donaldson feeds Jones left pocket. Back to Trey, high on the left. Slips one in. Golden wide open. Texas A&M was barking out some orders from the bench. They forgot about Michigan's best player as of late, Vlad Golden, an easy 2.
Yeah, way to take advantage of that, Trey Donaldson. You're giving out orders, and we're dropping dimes.
7 minutes left first half, 25-23 Aggies. Head of the key, Payne. Tiptoes in, leans in, bangs into Golden, play on as Payne finishes with a finger roll for 2, 27-23 A&M. Near sideline, Donaldson. Over to the left wing, Kaysen. Kicks Cheddar left corner, considers a 3, spinning left baseline. Picked up his bounce, over to Golden left elbow. Skips inside Cheddar, bobbles, regathers, in some trouble, vacates out. Lofting past low block left Donaldson. On the left baseline, shot clock at 8, crosses over inside. Double clutch banker, no. Lot of contact, no whistle. Several Aggies stopped. Rebound Obaseki for A&M. Around a Payne screen. Skip it Payne, leans in, shot blocked, but a foul on Golden. Timeout on the floor with 6:17 to play first half. Vlad Golden picks up his first. Michigan a bit perturbed on that one. We've got a timeout on the floor. 27-23 Aggies with the lead. They're back at the free throw line when we come back. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
At Greenleaf Trust, we're prepared to help you win. Our clients, having achieved financial success in their own endeavors, come to us not for what they already know, but rather to benefit from our considerable expertise. With a nearly 100% client retention rate and specialized wealth management disciplines, Greenleaf Trust's Michigan-rooted team helps clients play the long game from one generation to the next. A brighter future begins at greenleaftrust.com.
Brian and Terry are back in 1 minute. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Chrysler Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of the Michigan Wolverines.
6:17 to play first half. Texas A&M with a 27-23 lead on Michigan. Winner goes to the Sweet 16. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification, this is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Here in downtown Denver at Ball Arena, the home of the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche with the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer and producer Tony Butler, our host Rob Joyce, I'm Brian Bush. Well, Terry, remember in the second half on Thursday, UC San Diego lost its star, Aniwa Tate Jones, with some foul trouble, and they re-racked. They still had success and outscored Michigan by 11 in the second half. Here, the A&M star, Wade Taylor IV, picked up his second foul at the 10-minute mark, and guys like Pharrell Payne and Manny Obaseki have picked up the slack.
Yeah, they have. And you know what? I think Michigan just has to get back to paying a little attention to detail about some of those reserves that come in. I think this is one of those situations where I always talk about knowing your personnel, know who's the driver, know who's the shooter, and get on the same page.
Payne leads all scorers with 10. Obaseki has 6. Buzz Williams, the Texas A&M sixth-year head coach, he was out talking with any official who would hear him for pretty much that entire media timeout. Now he's going over to the scorer's table as Pharrell Payne heads to the line. 2-4 from the stripe today, 58% on the year, and he knocks down the first. He's already at his average against Michigan in his 3 games that he played U of M with the Minnesota Golden Gophers at 11. 28-23 A&M, 6:17 left first half. When rivalries heat up, choose Chill. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Please celebrate responsibly. Second free throw good. 29-23 A&M.
Yeah, and you've seen the officials on Buzz Williams about leave the people alone at the scores table. I mean, Buzz is just trying to find out anybody that'll listen right now.
Dangerous press-breaking pass secured near sideline with a left hand by Danny Wolf for Michigan. Jab step, takes it in on Obaseki. Peels it back out, right baseline, spins to the cup, whips it past left corner. Jones pops up a rain-making 3 and swishes it down. Reuben Jones, 20th as a Wolverine, and Michigan halves the deficit, 29-26 A&M.
I tell you what, if that's what is being presented by the defense, that's what you have to do. You've got to be able to raise up and take those shots.
Left point, Garcia with a couple of triples already today. English is a pass inside Payne. Shot fake goes up, misses the lay-in. Rebound loose, knocked off Garcia, Michigan's ball. It was in the grasp of Hayden Hefner, but he had it dislodged, grazed off Garcia. Michigan gets it back and gets a stop.
I tell you, the Wolverines are in the fight. There's no doubt about that.
Wolverines +1 on the glass here today. Down 3 where it counts most. The biggest key to victory, the score, 29-26 A&M. 5:23 left first half in Denver. High to the left, Kaysen over to Wolf. One arm pass, right wing, Gale. Looks in toward Golden, fighting with Payne. Gets it right point. Now Kaysen has it. Backpedals with 8 on the shot clock. Crosses over. Through the leg dribble. Picks up his bounce. Left wing to Wolf. Shot clock at 4. Crosses over. Spins. Whip it inside. Driving Gale! Soars and jams right baseline. A few words emphatically after the dunk. Wolverines a 5-0 run. It's 29-28. Aggies by only 1.
Man, did Roddy Gale raise up amongst the trees there, man.
His first bucket today. Still playing through that hamstring issue. On the right side, Obaseki. Guarded closely by Jones. Double team on. Lofts it Phelps high on the right. Back to Obaseki. Shot clock at 7. Phelps guarded by Kaysen. Jab step drives in. Shut off left elbow. Spin. Splits 2. High banker crawls in. Heck of an effort above the small square on that banker. 31-28 A&M.
Yeah, I tell you, he had to earn that one. That's for sure. Wolverines defense was locked in.
4:21 to play first half. Wolf spins around a screen. Over to Gale. Pops up a left wing 3. Bullseye! Roddy Gale Jr.'s 4-3 of this calendar year, but it's his 3rd of the postseason. We're no better than when we started at 5:30 Eastern. It's 31 all.
I tell you what, Roddy Gale is feeling the postseason because he's elevated his game.
Michigan back-to-back triple makes after starting 1 of 7. Rebuttal 3, right wing Obaseki, way too strong. Wolf in the fight. He comes up with a rebound 1-on-2. Michigan wins a 33-67 ball there. Right side Wolf. Michigan can reclaim the lead. Wolf spins, takes his strong high banker. No, a lot of contact. Rebound Garcia for A&M.
Well, I tell you what, Danny Wolf has to finish through contact.
Wolf.
No, he's looking for a foul, but those little arm taps, you got to be ready to finish through those.
Says a couple of words toward Byron Jarrett after that one. Push off by Phelps, no call. At the point, Garcia triggers another 3. Buries it his 3rd of the half and does a little dance at center circle. 34-31 A&M, 3:18 left first half. Reuben Jones high on the left for the Wolverines around a meaty Golden screen. Back to Vlad at the point. Flip it in. Jones cutting to the cup. Pauses left block. Back over Golden. Feeds Wolf high on the right. Guarded closely by Phelps. Spins around a Golden screen. Back over to Vlad. Leans in. Rattles it home from 4 feet away. Vlad's taking a beating. They're letting him play. Michigan cuts it to a single tally. 34-33 A&M. 2:49 left first half.
Yeah, I tell you what, Michigan is up for the battle. I mean, they're playing through the physicality, and they're not going to be pushed around.
Obaseki high on the right. A whistle and a timeout by Buzz Williams. This is an extension to a full timeout, so we'll keep it here. 2:40 left first half, 34-33 Texas A&M. They add this as a full media timeout during the NCAA tournament. Wolverines paced by 10 from Vlad Golden, 6 for Danny Wolf, 5 apiece Roddy Gale Jr. and Reuben Jones. Pharrell Payne, the leader, he's got a dozen here for Texas A&M. Been a fun one here, Terry. Neither team has led more than 6. Both teams had a 6-point lead.
Yeah, I agree. Both teams are in the fight. There's no disappointment in this ball game here. And you kind of look for the Wolverines thinking that, hey, they're going to come in here and push us around, but that's not going to happen.
34-33, Texas A&M with the lead. 2:40 to play first half as we throw it back to the studios and Rob Joyce. Rob, there was a pretty big upset earlier today here in the round of 32.
There was, Brian. It came in the West region, the game before us. The 10-seed Arkansas, John Calipari, his first year in Fayetteville. Hogs are off to the Sweet 16, upsetting the 2-seed St. John's 75-66. St. John's lost 4 regular season games by a combined 7 points. Their 5th loss, one that ends their season, lost by 9. The other game today in the Midwest region, Purdue, means the Big Ten is 9-0 in the tournament thus far with a 76-62 win over McNeese. They're about to start. In fact, they have started in the West region, Texas Tech and Drake. And then still to come, the winner of our game will get either Auburn or Creighton in the Sweet 16. That's a 7-10 tip in Lexington. Wisconsin takes on BYU at 8. Following our game, and then Houston, Gonzaga, and Tennessee, UCLA round out the night. We'll go more in depth on all of those in the halftime show, guys.
All right, Rob Joyce, thank you very much. Here it's Texas A&M 34, Michigan 33 with 2:40 to play here in this first half of action. Talked about the fact that Michigan last played Texas A&M in Los Angeles in the 2018 Sweet 16. Wolverines rolled. That was really Michigan's most complete performance of that tournament run to the Monday night in April in San Antonio by a long shot. They shot 62% overall, 58% from 3, and it was capped by, remember that C.J. Baird 3, Terry Mills?
Yeah, I tell you what, I had the honor to call that game, and I tell you what, the Wolverines came right out and jumped on Texas A&M like I'd never seen before. I think their fan base actually started heading toward the exit early, so...
I wouldn't expect that between these two teams this year because the Wolverines, they have tied a Division I record with 13 wins by 4 points or less. And Texas A&M, 16 of their 23 games have been within a possession at the under 4 media timeout of the first half, or excuse me, of the second half. And they are 7-3 in that 4 point or less margin. out of that Buzz Williams timeout, he's still having words with Pat Driscoll. I'm confused as to what he's even laboring about.
I have no idea. I mean, he hasn't stopped yet.
I don't know if he wants to show off that nice suit he's wearing in center circle. Bizarre. He had great things to say about Dusty May yesterday in his media availability, but he has let any official who will come by him have it.
I'm wondering how long he's going to keep the jacket on.
Yeah, good call. Wade Taylor back in, feeds in Coleman, lays one up. No, a lot of contact. Somehow got his own rebound. Pitch it back around the rainbow. Wiltshire open in rhythm. 3-ball off to the right. And Jones and Kaysen both collide. It's Kaysen the Michigan rebound. Kaysen hits the turbo. Euros in the lane. Finish. No, he missed it with the left hand. And a loose ball foul comes on A&M. And that might get the coat off from Buzz Williams. He's actually pretty calm there after the foul. Tagged on Vlad Golden. So Vlad heads to the free throw line on Pharrell Payne's first infraction of the ball game. Team's 8th. A 1-and-1 for Vlad Golden when we come back. Michigan down a point, 34-33, 2:18 remaining. The first half on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Ann Arbor has a goal to reach 100% renewable energy by 2030, and DTE is committed to helping the city get there. Between DTE's wind and solar projects and local participation in My Green Power, we're already 30% of the way there. Join thousands of your neighbors who are using My Green Power to reduce their carbon footprint and support Michigan-made renewable energy. Learn more at migreenpower.com. Together, we can power a sustainable future.
This Michigan season is all about teamwork, on and off the court. That's why we're thrilled to have Founders Brewing Company as a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Founders has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like Michigan Pilsner, their new Mortal Bloom, and of course All Day IPA right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Celebrate every three-pointer and slam dunk with the perfect pour of Founders. Learn more about Founders community involvement and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
The tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 25.
Texas A&M, the narrow 34-33 lead in a ball game that has featured 5 ties, 5 lead changes. A&M's led for 8:09, Michigan for 7:29. About 2 minutes of ties so far. So when it's been tied, these teams are tending to find their way back into the score column, Terry Mills, as Wolverines have a chance here. Vlad going at the line. A 1-and-1 where Michigan has not been the best free throw shooting team down the stretch, but Vlad Golden had those 2 huge ones to bring it to a 3-point Michigan lead late against UC San Diego.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, he's been one of those players for the Wolverines that you can pretty much count on when he steps up to the free throw line.
He is 2 of 3 today. 73% on the year. His 112th consecutive start. And it is his 8th NCAA tournament appearance. Part of that FAU team that captured the country with that run to the Final Four 2 years ago. First one hit the front iron 4 times and tickled the twine. It's 34-all, and Golden looks back to Reuben Jones with a little bit of a smirk as he knots it up.
Hey, we'll take those. He's living right.
He couldn't do that again if he had 100 attempts at it.
Yeah, he's living right.
Counts for 1 point all the same. 34 apiece. Second is up, and that's a swish. Didn't even consider hitting the rim. 35-34 U of M. 2:18 left first half. Wade Taylor out there with those 2 fouls for Texas A&M. He is still scoreless. The program's all-time leading scorer at 2,044 points. Payne, their leading scorer today, had it dislodged. Somehow got to Coleman, whose reverse layup was blocked. It hit off his knee, out of bounds. Oh, Area 51 swarmed on the paint there on the swat away on Coleman's reverse layup attempt. Vlad Golden comes up with a block. Michigan breaks press, up 35-34, 2 minutes flat left here in this first half. Michigan's number 2. It's surging freshman high on the right for the Wolverines. Right side, Gale accelerates to the right block, jumping past left wing. Jones another 3. Swirls out, rebound to Kaysen on a back tap by Coleman. Underneath the cup, jumping past Gale. A&M wanted an out of bounds call. Over to Golden, got bumped, didn't get the bucket. The rebound by Wolf misses the lay-in. Rebound A&M. Texas A&M fans saying that the ball don't lie there, or maybe the sneaker don't lie. Taylor head down, leans in, no. Missed the lay-in, and a loose ball foul on the floor goes against Michigan. Payne got the rebound, and that is number 2 on Vlad Golden. Pharrell Payne able to get that offensive board. Will Cheddar with 2 fouls spells Vlad Golden, who's had a really strong first half. 12 points and 7 rebounds. He averages 6.8 a ball game. Likely Golden out for the rest of the half unless there's a late offensive opportunity with no chance at defense. Wade Taylor, the 4th, leaves. Anderson Garcia returns for A&M. Also Coleman out, and Jace Carter resumes action. Inbound Payne, backs down Cheddar. Whips one high to the left. Wiltshire, right wing Garcia with 3 triples in the half. Considers a 4th, takes it, and airballs it out of bounds. Back to Michigan.
I'll tell you what, that's a good scratch down by L.J. Kaysen to be able to break that rhythm of Payne backing down Will Cheddar. Sometimes you scratch down and make that big guy pick that ball up.
35-34 Michigan, 1:11 to play first half. Winner gets either Creighton or the number 1 overall seed in this event, Auburn, in the Sweet 16 Friday in Atlanta. Kaysen high on the left for the blue-clad Wolverines. Pitch Gale, head of steam, jump stop in the lane, kick it right corner. Wolf tries a 3, way short. Tried to follow his miss, but it easily came down to Carter for A&M. Texas A&M can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. Phelps spinning right of the lane, fades away, shoots, missed it long. Rebound offensive for Payne, cleans it up low on the left, and the Aggies reclaim the lead at 36-35. Gale left to right. He drives, he banks, he misses, and the ball comes down to A&M as Phelps comes up with it. Jumping past left side, Wiltshire wide open from here to Fort Collins for a 3, and he drains it. Timeout, Dusty May in Michigan. Wolverines got sped up, and it's a 5-0 A&M run to take a 4-point lead with 27.9 left before intermission.
Yeah, Roddy Gale was trying to get a 2 for 1, and all of a sudden you've seen the Wolverines didn't have that floor balanced out and left one of their main shooters wide open for an open 3-point shot. So,
yeah, that's all Wiltshire does. It's his first bucket in 4 tries, including today on the season. He has taken 113 field goal attempts, and 105 of them are from downtown. So the shot clock off. A&M a 39-35 lead as the Wolverines come out with Donaldson, Kaysen, Gale, Cheddar, and Wolf. Both teams sub 40%. Michigan +2 on the glass. Wolverines have only committed 5 turnovers, but they've only forced 1. And Michigan pretty modest in transition, just 6 fast break points. So both teams subduing the strengths of the other here through almost 20 minutes. A little bit of press from Texas A&M. Donaldson over to Kaysen. Skip it, Donaldson, and he crosses the timeline with 3 seconds to spare. Now Michigan bleeds clock. It's at 15 here. But the Wolverines down by 4 late first half. Donaldson jogs left side with 10 here in the first half. Pushes a pass right side, Cheddar, shot fake. He'll spin on Coleman, take it right baseline all the way to the cup. Missed the bunny, tipped out by Washington with 1 second. Hoist by Hefner, a line drive, hit backboard and nothing else. And the Wolverines, boy, they played pretty well for 19 minutes. A disappointing finish to a competitive first half of action. Texas A&M 39, Michigan 35. As we'll visit with one of the men who had this scout, Drew Williamson. And he is alongside Terry Mills.
Yes, Coach Williamson, you had this scout of this ball game, knowing that this team is #1 in the nation on the offensive glass. If I told you 9-9 on the offensive glass, Tell me about your team rebounding the basketball.
I think we're fighting. I mean, that's the biggest thing we wanted to talk about. Just when we come into this game, we got to make sure we're fighting and bringing the fight to the boys, right? And I think the biggest thing is getting these offensive rebounds for ourselves and putting them back in and getting some points from them.
Yeah, 6 points off of 5 turnovers. That was one of the concerns coming in here. You guys are taking care of the basketball. Just talk about, we missed a couple layups around the basket. Talk about finishing those.
I thought we got great looks the entire first half. I mean, even the kick-out threes were like, step-in threes that we talked about trying to get. And we got our athletes get to the basket. You just got to put those layups in.
I appreciate it. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Brian.
Thank you very much, Terry. Thanks to Drew Williamson, as always, for his great insight. We're at halftime. Wolverines down by 4, 39-35. These two teams have played a ton of close games, and here we are with neither team enjoying more than a 2-possession lead through 20 minutes. Terry, your takeaways from the first half of action.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michigan didn't close that half the way that they wanted to close the half, but I'll tell you what, you're talking about being in the fight. The Wolverines have came to play, missed a couple bunnies around the rim, but hey, I'm happy with what I've seen. If they come back out with that fight and that type of intensity, then we can come out of here victorious.
Yeah, Michigan did miss its final 7 shots from the floor, and they miss 8 of their last 9. They have a scoring drought of a little bit more than 2 minutes to finish. A&M a strong finish, and they get 14 in the first half from Pharrell Payne. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025. Rob Joyce has the halftime show for you. Updates on other games here in the round of 32. All the highlights from a competitive first half, which Texas A&M has the narrow lead, 39-35. Halftime show next. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
Gambling can be fun. Here we go. Kind of like skydiving. The thrill, the excitement. But be careful, or gambling will start to feel like skydiving without a parachute. For tips that will help keep you out of harm's way, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Go Blue. Go long. Go 5.5% ABV. Go sparkling citrus and real liquor. Go gluten-free and full flavor. Go with the drink that's the fastest growing spirits brand in the world 2023 and is unlike anything you've had before. Go with the Finnish Long Drink, a drink that goes with cheering on the maize and blue unlike any other spirits brand out there. Long Drink, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume, gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024, The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
Wolverines, Aggies.
Skip it inside to Kapich, rejected out of bounds. Touched by Kapich last. Danny Wolf, the monster swat.
This is the NCAA tournament on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Warm up this winter with thoughts of Michigan softball and Michigan baseball, because tickets are on sale now. Softball is fresh off yet another Big Ten tournament title and NCAA tournament appearance, while Michigan baseball has posted a winning record in 11 of its last 12 seasons and eyes a return to the tournament for the first time since 2022. For schedules, promotions, and ticket information, visit mgoblue.com. That's mgoblue.com to join us for Michigan softball and baseball this spring.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Welcome to the Michigan Basketball Halftime Show. Analysis, highlights, and stats from the first 20 minutes are on the way. Now, here's your host, Rob Joyce.
Halftime from Denver.
Texas A&M leads Michigan 39-35 as we look back at the opening 20 minutes with the highlights. Not quite a 10-0 start like Thursday against UC San Diego, but Michigan did score the first 4 points this afternoon, 6 of the first 8. A couple of early turnovers, though, helped the Aggies lead on the first media stoppage.
Feeded inside, Wolf catches, Banks missed it, got his own rebound, in amongst 3 Aggies, spinning and had it poked away by Solomon Washington. Turnover, Michigan. Near sideline, Taylor with forest green sneakers on, alley-oop up to Payne, who thunders it down left baseline. And the Aggies have their first lead 7-6. We're 4 minutes deep first half.
And that was the score, 7-6 at the first timeout. Michigan endured an early 2-minute scoring drought. A Vlad Golden three-point play ended it. Teams went back and forth a few times. Then a bench piece provided a massive spark for the Maize and Blue. The ascension of L.J. Kaysen continues.
Wolverines and Aggies tied at 10, 13:50. Rolling first half clock. Gale into the paint. Jumping pass right side. Kaysen wants 3. Book that, baby! L.J. Kaysen flings out the 3 with his right hand, which just delivered Michigan the lead back 13-10 Wolverines.
I tell you what, take what the defense is giving you, no hesitation there.
Kaysen scored 5 straight points, then had a gorgeous assist on another to put Michigan up 6, immediately answered by the Aggies, 17 all at the under 12. Midway through the half, 18-17, and then a turning point. Leading scorer Wade Taylor IV sat with 2 fouls for a while for A&M, but the Aggies answered the call. Took their largest lead at 23-19, 8:30 to halftime. Michigan went over 5 minutes without a field goal before Reuben Jones went coast to coast. But Farrell Payne, off a 25-point, 10-rebound double-double Thursday against Yale, largely picked up where he left off. 14 points in the first half on 5 of 7 shooting. He carried the offensive load and gave A&M its largest lead. To that point, 6 minutes left. It was 29-23. But then Michigan countered again with players who were peaking at the right time of the year. Reuben Jones 3, and then Roddy Gale doing it both inside and out.
To Wolf, shot clock at 4, crosses over, spins, whip it inside, driving Gale, soars and jams right baseline. A few words emphatically after the dunk. Wolverines a 5-0 run. It's 29-28. Aggies by only 1.
Man, did Roddy Gale raise up amongst the trees there, man.
Wolf spins around a screen. Over to Gale. Pops up a left wing 3. Bullseye! Roddy Gale Jr.'s 4-3 of this calendar year, but it's his 3rd of the postseason. We're no better than when we started. At 5:30 Eastern, it's 31 all.
Well, that tied it. A&M regained the lead. Stayed 34-33 Aggies for a little while. 2 minutes halftime. A couple of Vlad free throws gave it back to the Wolverines. Then kind of an ugly finish to the half for both sides. Michigan didn't get a bucket in the final 3 minutes. Missed its final 7 shots. A&M went through a similar stretch, but found one to go late.
Gale left to right. He drives. He banks. He misses. And the ball comes down to A&M as Phelps comes up with it. Jumping pass left side, Wilcher wide open from here to Fort Collins for a 3, and he drains it. Timeout, Dusty May in Michigan.
Neither team above 40% shooting. In fact, Michigan's barely above 35%, leads the way, 13 of 36 overall, but have work to do in the second half, down by 4th break. It's 39-25 Aggies. Halftime show continues. We'll take another look at scores next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Woo! I ask you, Donna, is cross-country skiing great or what? Yeah, I'm speechless too. Finding your true north can really take your breath away. No breath. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Discover your true north moment amid the wonders of nature at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Hey, Donna, how about some snowshoeing after this? Are you kidding me?
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
Subscribe to the official podcast home of Michigan Athletics and Go Blue Podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Michigan. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Michigan and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Michigan.
Michigan trails Texas A&M in the round of 32 at the break, 39-35. Time now for another check of scores. Ours, one of two games that's underway right now. It's part of the 8 of the first day of the round of 32 in the NCAA tournament. The other games in the West region in Texas Tech and Drake. We'll get to that in a bit. The winner of our game will get the winner of a game that tips in an hour or so. In Lexington, number 1 overall seed in the tournament, Auburn takes on 9th-seeded Creighton. Blue Jays, obviously the underdogs going in, a 1 versus 9 matchup, but been to the Sweet 16 in consecutive years. Tigers haven't been since 2019, and while Auburn boasts a load of talent, including the potential National Player of the Year and big man Janai Broom, Creighton coach Greg McDermott says he's got a decent player himself. One is 7'2" center Ryan Kalkbrenner, but don't leave out point guard Stephen Ashworth.
You don't understand how hard he cuts and the change of direction and change of speed that he plays with, and and besides being an elite shooter, he's a very willing passer, so he can beat you in a couple different ways.
So Auburn or Creighton will get the winner of our game in Atlanta next week in the regional semifinal. The other two South Region games come tomorrow night. Iowa State Ole Miss play at 7:45 for the right to take on either Michigan State or one of the few double-digit seeds remaining, New Mexico. Lobos haven't been beyond the second round since 1974. Other regions besides the South. The West region is the one game that's underway. Texas Tech and the 11-seed Drake. A win will give the Bulldogs their first Sweet 16 since 1971. It's been a good one. Under 8 timeout in the first half. Texas Tech 22, Drake 20. Bulldogs led by 6 early on. Red Raiders have come back to take a 2-point lead. Both teams at or above 50% shooting. Just one combined turnover in the opening 12 minutes. Already 9 lead changes between Texas Tech and Drake, where the winner heads to San Francisco next week to face the 10-seed Arkansas after the Razorbacks bounce St. John's with a big second half.
Wagner throws it into Flan. 13 minutes to play in the game. Hogs with the ball up 8. Boogie drives the right side, lobs it for Brazil, and a 2-hand flush. Brazil from Boogie, and the Hogs are back up by 10.
Chuck Barrett from Learfield. Razorbacks upset the Johnnies 75-66, make the Sweet 16 for the 4th time in 5 years. As for the Red Storm, after losing 4 times in the regular season by a combined 7 points, a 5th loss today ends their season with a 9-point defeat. To the Midwest we go. A lot of action that started this afternoon in Providence. Purdue off to the second weekend with relative ease.
Shot clock down to 10. Right wing Colvin fakes the 3. Now lobs it into Trey Kaufman-Wren. He goes strong. Count the basket. And a foul. Silavangi the foul. The bucket. Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue leads 58-39.
Rob Blackman from Learfield. Purdue opened up an 18-point halftime lead, largely cruised from there. Down McNeese 76-62 behind a double-double. The man who just heard from Trey Kaufman-Red, 22 points, 15 rebounds in the victory. Boilermakers will get either Houston or Gonzaga. The Cougars and Bulldogs square off in Wichita at 8:40. It's a 1 seed against an 8 seed. Both teams are top 10 in KenPom. The Zags have advanced to 9 straight Sweet 16s, easily the longest active streak in the country. The final West Region game comes at 9:40 in Lexington. UCLA, the 7 seed, tries to knock off 2nd-seeded Tennessee. The only East Region game of the day also includes a Big Ten team. Wisconsin, the 3 seed in the East, trying to punch its ticket to Newark next week as it faces BYU after our game ends in Denver. Badgers haven't been to the second weekend since 2017. Also vying for a spot in the Sweet 16 tomorrow is the Michigan women's basketball team. The Wolverines beat Iowa State in a very entertaining game yesterday. Now get to face Notre Dame at 1 o'clock tomorrow in South Bend. Head coach Kim Barnes-Rico says she knows that Purcell Pavilion, home of the Irish, will be rocking tomorrow. She's not sure her team knows quite what to expect in terms of that environment, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I know this environment and what it will be like tomorrow. I've coached at this place before. Our kids, they don't know, which is kind of cool because I don't think it bothers them as much because they don't know. But just happy to still be playing and have this opportunity to compete against another great team tomorrow.
The 6 versus 3 matchup, Michigan, Notre Dame on the women's side tomorrow, 1 o'clock. For that one. Other games tomorrow on the men's side, Florida and UConn open things up in the West region at 12:10. That game in Raleigh, followed by Duke and Baylor. So a couple of 1 seeds early on tomorrow. Illinois and the Midwest will play for a spot in the Sweet 16 where they could potentially face Wisconsin. And then the late night games, Alabama, St. Mary's. Maryland plays for a spot in the Sweet 16, taking on a 12 seed Colorado State. The South region games,
that involve the bottom half of Michigan's region, Iowa State, Ole Miss, and then Michigan State, New Mexico. And then the last game is an old Pac-12 battle, Arizona and Oregon. Again, through 20 minutes in our game, it is Texas A&M 39, Michigan 35. Brian crunches the first half numbers when we return. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Champion Circle is the preeminent name, image, and likeness collective supporting University of Michigan student athletes. Help Champion Circle empower Wolverines student athletes through NIL by joining the Everybody In for Michigan campaign. Our goal is to reach over 100,000 Michigan fans to help ensure that Michigan remains at the forefront of college athletics. For more on the Everybody In for Michigan campaign, head to championscircleufm.com. Champions Circle, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan athletics on our podcast channel, MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game previews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen.
We're at halftime here in Denver, Colorado. Michigan trailing Texas A&M 39-35 in what has been an outstanding round of 32 matchups so far. Time for your first half stats are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Wolverines shooting 36% from the floor, as is Texas A&M. Wolverines have taken 3 fewer shots and made 1 more field goal. Wolverines 3 of 11 from deep. They are 6 of 9 from the free throw line. A&M, as mentioned, 36% as well. They are 31% from deep and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Wolverines paced by 12 from Vlad Golden to go along with 7 rebounds in 16 minutes. 6 from Danny Wolf. He's added 6 rebounds and 4 dimes for the Maize and Blue. 5 for Roddy Gale Jr. He made his only 3-ball attempt, his 4th made 3 this calendar year and his 3rd of the postseason. 4 from Trey Donaldson with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Also, I forgot 5 for Reuben Jones for Michigan. 3 for L.J. Kaysen. He had 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Those 3 points and 2 assists all came in the same stretch where he was a part of 7 consecutive Michigan points. Will Cheddar and Amari Burnett, the other 2 Wolverines who have played, they have not scored in a combined 17 minutes. 10 deep for the Aggies, and they've been led by the Minnesota transfer Pharrell Payne. Payne 14 points, 3 rebounds in 13 minutes of action. The only other Aggie in his zip code is Anderson Garcia, and he's done all of his damage from deep. 3 of 6 today. He had come in making 10 of his last 14 from the long line. 6 from Manny Obaseki. The surprise is that their star, Wade Taylor IV, scoreless, 0 of 4 from the floor. Taylor picked up his 2nd foul at the 10-minute mark. He's only played 8 first-half minutes. He figures to be coming out guns a-blazing in this second half. Wolverines outscoring A&M 20-14 in the paint. They're +1 in the rebounding margin against a team that averages a +9 rebound differential, which is top 10 nationally. They lead the country to the Aggies in offensive rebounds, and they have 9, but so does Michigan at 9. 7 lead changes, 6 ties. Michigan's led for 14 more seconds, but A&M has a 4-point lead at the break. 39-35, your first half stats brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Terry's thoughts, then the second half. Here next, Michigan down 39-35 to Texas A&M. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Texas A&M, the 4 seed, 39. Michigan, the 5 seed, 35. Here at Ball Arena in Denver. We welcome you back to the game for the second half, brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. With the thoughts of the national champion, Terry Mills. Terry, Michigan trying to take that next step in the search for national title number 2. And your first half takeaways in a game where it feels like both teams' strengths have been negated to an extent by the opposition.
Yeah, well, Michigan's got to come back out with that same fight. I mean, they're in the fight on the boards, and that's a big surprise. If you look around the arena, everyone is kind of been shocked that Michigan is battling on the boards with the number 1 rebounding team in the nation. What Michigan has to do is start finishing around the basket. 4 of 10 on layups. I mean, they've got to be able to put those and capitalize on them. Get fouled, get to the foul line. To me, those are like empty possessions because those are point-blank layups.
No doubt. Michigan 6 of 9 from the stripe, 2 of 2 on dunks, 4 of 10 on layups. That welcome back brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Kraft. Overall, Michigan 10 of 25 from two-point range. Texas A&M was second in the SEC in two-point field goal percentage defense. And foes only have shot 40.5% against A&M this year overall. That's the best in the Buzz Williams era, which is 6 seasons old. Texas A&M begins with a basketball to start this second half. They've got their starting 5 out there. Obaseki brings it into the forecourt with Hefner, Taylor, Garcia, and Coleman. Taylor scoreless in the first half with a head of steam. Takes it underneath the basket and dribble it off his green sneaker out of bounds. Turnover 2 for Texas A&M, Michigan's ball.
Yeah, well, just as you said that Taylor was going to come out with guns a-blazing, and that's exactly what happened. He just put his head down and tried to get to the basket.
Michigan breaks the press with its starting group out there. Donaldson, Burnett, Jones, Wolf, and Golden. Danny Wolf has it at the center circle to Donaldson high on the left. Around a screen from Golden, angles his way right wing, pitches Wolf at the point, shot clock at 6. Wolf spins on Garcia, leans in, on the right block, underhands it to Golden, had it poked away. Wolf got it back, flings it up with the left hand, with the shot clock at 1, buries it, Michigan down 2.
Hey, we'll take it.
And then a bump by Donaldson, he went for a steal as Hefner corralled it near sideline to our right. And Trey Donaldson picks up his first and the first foul of the half.
Well, Trey just didn't give him any room to land. I mean, he was there on the catch, and that's what you want to be, is on the catch, be there.
Taylor quarterbacks it in for the Aggies. Lob it up, Obaseki, dislodged by Jones. Obaseki gets it back. 2 dribble spins, left block, double clutch banker. No, and Golden reels in his 8th rebound, and he had to yank that one away from a couple of penetrating Aggies.
I'll tell you what, Golden is going to get him. I mean, he's rebounding out of his area right now.
Cross-court pass, right corner. Jones a 3 for the lead. It's off the heel. Rebound down to A&M and Hayden Hefner. Up ahead, Taylor. And he buries into Donaldson, who's called for the blocking foul on that right wing as Taylor hit the turbo button. Trey Donaldson, 2 fouls in the first minute 8 of this half. 2 for the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's supposed to do about that. I mean, Taylor had up a head of steam.
That was a collision, to be sure. Inbound left corner shot fake by Garcia, who had 3 threes in the first half. Now works into the paint. His first 2-point attempt is a floater that's a swish from 4 feet away. 41-37, Texas A&M. Donaldson to Burnett in front of us, left wing. Left corner, Wolf surveys the scene, defended by Garcia. Probes left baseline, recoils out. He's got Golden next to him, behind the back bounce. Golden pitches left wing to Golden. Tries to find Jones, intercepted Taylor. Easy steal for Wade Taylor, all the way to the cup, finger roll with the left hand. And it's 43-37, matching the Aggies' largest lead. 18-15 remaining in Denver.
Yeah, you got to make the easy pass there. Vlad tried to make a skip pass, and his team is too good defensively to make a pass like that.
Left point Wolf inside to Golden, hacked and fouled on a shot. It was Hayden Hefner, the man, converging on that one. And Vlad Golden earns himself a couple of free throws as Will Cheddar and Roddy Gale Jr. enter for the Wolverines. Replacing Danny Wolf and whom? Michigan needs one more out. It'll be Reuben Jones. Solomon Washington checks in for the Aggies. Anderson Garcia takes a quick breather.
Yeah, I'm not wondering why they're not lining up for free throws.
Wow, they called that on the floor. That's pretty surprising.
Are you serious?
So Hefner, his second foul. I don't think there was any question that was a shooting foul. In any event, inbound Donaldson to Cheddar, right wing. He dials up a three. In and out, rebound off the grasp of Taylor. Burnett tries to save it and falls out of bounds. And the Wolverines lose possession in what we both thought would have been a free throw opportunity for Michigan.
Yeah, that's one that Namari has to come up with. I think he was trying to do too much all in one. He's going to have a wide open shot. I thought he was trying to get it and get his feet squared up to take that shot at the same time.
Aggies by 6, 2 minutes, 10 seconds in for second half. Taylor reverses and scores, jetting from the right baseline to the left block. And the largest lead for either side is now 45-37, Texas A&M, 17:40 left. Deflected pass by Donaldson toward Burnett, intercepted Hefner for the Aggies. Skip right corner, Obaseki, left-hander three is long. Rebound Donaldson, Michigan dodges a bullet there. Up ahead, Wolf, right to left come the Wolverines. Taylor attempts to swat it away, and it trickles out of bounds. Last touch, A&M.
I tell you, Wade Taylor is a handful.
He is a pest, 6 foot. 180.
Yeah, did not miss him at all in the first half. So
Hayden Hefner leaves.
It's almost you got to get to him before he gets up ahead of steam.
Jace Carter in, and Wade Taylor exits. Zurich Phelps returns. A&M's second leading scorer. He's a reserve as of late for Texas A&M. Inbound far sideline by Donaldson. LJ Kaysen checks in for Michigan. He spells Namari Burnett. Right side Cheddar, handoff Donaldson, the Wolf in between the circles. Michigan down 8, 17-18 to play for a spot in the Sweet 16. Crossover bounce by Donaldson. Kicks it left side. Here's Gale with a shot fake. Spinning left baseline. Into a double team. Finds Kaysen. Straight on. Shot fake. Leans in against Phelps. Shot clock at 4. Floats in the paint and scores it. No panic from Kaysen. Michigan trims it to a half dozen. 45-39. 3 minutes in second half.
Yeah, finishing through contact. I mean, the Wolverines can take a page out of that young man's book that he's not worried about contact.
Left corner three, Carter, airborne in a swish. He's a 25% shooter, but that one tickled the twine. 48-39, Texas A&M. Donaldson, right wing for Michigan. Encountering its largest deficit of the NCAA tournament. At the free throw line, Wolf pitches it right side. Kaysen goes for a three. Off to the right, and a loose ball foul on Texas A&M as Roddy Gale Jr. got shoved. I think he certainly emphatically sold that smartly as Obaseki picks up his second foul on the Aggies' second of the half.
Yeah, if you're the Wolverines, just one possession at a time. You're not going to get it all back at once, but tell you what, you got to cut down on the mistakes.
Pharrell Payne and Wade Taylor the fourth in. Obaseki and Coleman leave. Payne has been awesome here in Denver. 14 points in the first half after a career-high 25 to throttle Yale Thursday. Inbound Donaldson finds Cheddar, shot fake, feeds over to Gale, went up, lost the handle, picked up by Phelps. Michigan just was a bit too surprised at how open that was and missed an easy opportunity. Phelps zigzags to the right elbow. Over Washington, a three, nowhere close, and a one-hop rebound, Gale for Michigan.
Yeah, I thought that was an opportunity to Will Cheddar to take that to the basket.
Gale leans in the paint, Euros, banks, no, tap up and in by Wolf. A&M wanted an offensive goaltending. They had a point, but Michigan will take it down 7, 48-41, 16 minutes left for a second half.
Yeah, you just got to stay in the fight. I mean, we're competing.
Taylor crosses over, left wing, hoists a step-back three. It's short, but a rebound comes right down to Payne, and then he is fouled by LJ Kaysen on a reach-in. Timeout on the floor as Kaysen picks up his first, and it's the Wolverines' third of the half. Texas A&M, a 9-6 second-half advantage. They've bumped the lead to 7. 48-41, 15:49 left here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
We'll return to Denver for more tournament action in 60 seconds.
Off the heel, rebound Jones with .1, and that's the ball game!
This is Wolverine basketball from Learfield.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's why when the unexpected happens, floods, fires, or tornadoes hit, Belfour has your back. At Belfour, we are the people who live next door. Faces and names you know, right here in Michigan. For us, the only thing more important than restoring your property is helping you rebuild your life whenever disasters strike. 24/7, 365. Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. Call 800-800-BELFOR or visit belfour.com.
Risk management is not just what we do, it's our calling. We trace our roots to 1850 when Alan Pinkerton founded Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. During our rich history, we created a forerunner to the U.S. Secret Service, hired America's first woman detective, and remained the industry leader. Today, we infuse institutional knowledge and technology with integrity, vigilance, and excellence to deliver innovative solutions to clients around the globe. No matter when, no matter where, we are there for you. Because at Pinkerton, we never sleep.
48-41, Texas A&M with a lead on Michigan. 15:49 remaining with a spot in the regional semifinal on the line. At Jimmy John's, every day we prep for 6 hours, baking bread, slicing all natural meats and fresh veggies, putting together the perfect sandwich in just 30 seconds. Order today at jimmyjohns.com and enjoy. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce. Terry, Michigan faced a very similar issue back 6 days ago in Indianapolis. They were down by as many as 11 in the second half and rallied. Where do you think they need to improve here to do the same against Texas A&M?
Well, they're getting stops, but now those 50-50 balls, you just seen one just, ricochet off the rim and it happened to fall right into an Aggies player hand. So Michigan's got to be able to clean those up. And when you're trying to come back, you need a lot of things to go in your favor.
Plenty of time. Wolverines down by 7 in a game they've led by as many as 6. Wade Taylor IV tucking his white jersey back in as he stands right baseline, gets the basketball from Pat Driscoll, launches a pass left to wing Washington, feeds Wilcher right point of 3 is pure. Excellent set out of that timeout, and A&M leads by 10 for the first time, 51-41. Skip pass over to Case in left wing, crosses over in the paint at the free throw line, pauses his dribble, in some trouble, skip it, Golden went for the jam, nobody got fouled. Washington perplexed by the call, not sure why, but glad Golden earns himself a couple of free throws with the Wolverines down 10, 51-41, 15 and a half to play.
A teaching moment for L.J. Kaysen on that out-of-bounds play. You got to get on that hip, and you got to follow. Against a shooter, you can't try to shoot gaps.
Glad Golden, team leader with 12 points, 4 of 5 from the stripe today. His first is a swish. Golden, the lone FAU Owl to follow Dusty May here to Michigan. And he has been outstanding. This team's leading scorer, second leading rebounder, top 10 nationally in field goal percentage. Washington leaves. Anderson Garcia returns for Texas A&M. Golden's second is airborne and pure again. 51-43. Michigan cuts it 8. A little bit of press from the Maize and Blue.
Yeah, just don't come away with empty possessions.
Wade Taylor to inbounds. Give it Zert Phelps, the SMU transfer. A few dribbles, double team on, skip it. Taylor accelerates and gets it past the timeline to Wilcher, left wing, another 3. Nowhere close, but an offensive rebound by Phelps. Jumping pass right baseline over to Payne, who finishes underneath the basket. He's got 16, and it's 53-43, Texas A&M. Dangerous pass, somehow saved by Donaldson. Skip it over to Gale, tips it Golden, back to Gale, floats in the paint and scores. Michigan incredibly fortunate to score 2 there. 53-45, A&M by 8, 15 minutes left.
Yeah, it wasn't designed, but...
No. That's like saying you have a game plan in pinball.
Right.
Left side Garcia for Texas A&M. Looking to get to their first Sweet 16 in 7 years. Head down Phelps, a little bit of a shove. He fades away, rattles it out. Offensive board, Garcia vacates to the left wing. Handoff Taylor, head of steam left baseline. Goes up and finishes over area 51. 55-45, Texas A&M's lead swells back to 10.
Yeah, I tell you, Michigan is getting those stops. You got to be able to come up with those loose balls.
Left wing Donaldson, 14:24 to play. Trey, shot fake, leans in left baseline, shut off on a double team. To Case in left point, fakes a pass, drives in strong, double clutch floater, no, but he got fouled hard. And L.J. Kaysen earns a couple of free throws on the foul by Texas A&M. It is foul number 4 for the Aggies. It's the second on Pharrell Payne. 2 free throws for Kaysen, who's 81% on the year.
I tell you, LJ is a gamer, no doubt about it. He's
first free throw for the freshman. Bullseye.
He's not running away from that physicality by no means. He's looking for contact.
Donaldson exits. Reuben Jones returns for the Maize and Blue. 55-46. Wolverines down 9. Kaysen's second makes it 8. LJ Kaysen, 7 points, 2 boards, 2 assists in 15 minutes. A freshman growing in front of our eyes.
Yeah,
he followed Dusty May without ever playing at FAU. Committed to the Owls, then to the Wolverines when Dusty took the job. High to the left, Phelps for the white-clad Aggies. Up by 8, 14:04 left. Right elbow, Phelps. Lobs it high on the right, Garcia. Slips one into Payne. A bump and a late whistle and a foul on Golden. An incredibly late whistle from Pat Driscoll. Payne had established himself on the left wing when Driscoll came in. It's a whistle. Vlad Golden for his 3rd foul.
Yeah, you got 2 players in there jostling for position, and all of a sudden one starts stumbling. I mean, they were doing a whole lot of arm fighting right from the start.
Baseline left, inbound to Payne on the left corner. Jab step, leans in on Golden, underneath the basket, hooks it up there and scores it. Golden had to be careful. 57-47, Aggies by 10. Left pocket, Gale, catch and shoot 3. Got it again! Roddy Gale Jr., a couple of threes today. 57-50 A&M. Phelps into the forecourt. Detours at the left elbow. Wiggles it back out high on the left, and the Aggies settle into their offensive set.
Yeah, Michigan is not going away. I mean, he's got to be able to come up with that loose change.
Taylor face guarded by Wolf, left wing 25 feet out. Crosses over, takes off into the paint. Jump stop, reverses, short. Offensive board, Garcia. Underhands it, Payne. Finishes, yes, count it, and a foul. They call it on Reuben Jones. Yeah, on Reuben Jones, the foul. And that was a pretty lenient continuation as Payne gets to 20 on the infraction. Michigan's 5th of the half on Reuben Jones' 2nd.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they're getting that initial stop. It's just not coming up with that basketball.
Aggies up to 13 offensive rebounds. Payne, 4 of 6 at the stripe today. It is up and good. And the Aggies swell the lead to 10, 60-50. Will Cheddar comes in for whom? It'll be Roddy Gale Jr. So Michigan going with the big 3. They're 3 big men. Will Cheddar out there with Wolf, Golden, Kaysen, and Jones. Right corner, Cheddar considered a 3-ball, bobbled it. Now to Wolf high on the right. Spins right baseline, takes it strong, finishes. Yes, count it and a foul. Danny Wolf asserting himself on the 4th foul by Solomon Washington in 9 minutes of play.
Yeah, that's what I talk about, playing through contact. They're going to challenge you, make them feel you.
Wolf up to 12 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and what has been a pretty smooth offensive second half for both sides. Michigan 6 of 10. The problem, A&M has 6 more attempts. They're 9 of 16. Wolf 60% at the line, shoots and scores it. 60-53, Michigan within 7 at 13:04 to play. Washington leaves for A&M. Henry Coleman III, their starting forward, in there again. Taylor past the center line.
And those extra attempts are coming from off that glass. So
left corner, Coleman, whip it right wing, Carter, shot fake, leans in, floats, got it, blocked by Golden, and Cheddar comes up with a ricochet. Right to left marches Michigan. Kaysen right wing, crosses over, leans in, floats, a lot of contact, a late whistle called, and Kaysen earns 2 more free throws.
yeah, Coach Dusty May and his staff was wondering where was the whistle, and I was wondering the same thing. That's right here in front of us.
Foul on Henry Coleman III, number 1 on him. It's the 6th on the Aggies in the half. And with 12:38 on a stopped second half clock, freshman LJ Kaysen heads to the line, where he just made 2 of 2 a little while ago. Number 2 in blue for Michigan. Shoots and scores it. Michigan within a half dozen. Kaysen now, in his last 5 halves of action, has scored 22 points on the year, averaging 4 points a game. His second is a swish. 4 for 4 for LJ. 60-55. Michigan within 5. And the Wolverines fans behind us stand up and cheer. Wolverines a zone look with that big 3 on the floor. 12 and a half to play. Michigan down 5. Left side Taylor to Phelps high on the right. Surveys the scene. Drives in on Kaysen. Good defense by LJ. Underhands it Taylor. Requesting a screen. Darts his way left of the lane. Buries his head. Floats. No, but a foul called. It's on LJ Kaysen. It's number 2 on LJ. And Wade Taylor, the 4th, an 87%er, goes to the line for the first time today. .12-16 left, 60-55 in what has been an offensive second half, to be sure. A&M plus 1.5. They led by 4 at the break. Taylor's first rattles out. That's a gift for Michigan.
The old saying, the ball don't lie, huh?
Anderson Garcia charges off the bench. He replaces Pharrell Payne, who has 46 points here in Denver. 25 against Yale on Thursday, 21 on 8 of 10 shooting today. Taylor's second, got the roll. 61-55, now Obaseki returns to spell Taylor, who didn't score in the first half. He has 7 since intermission. Press coming from the Aggies, with Roddy Gale Jr. returning for Michigan. Glad Golden sits. Reuben Jones past the timeline. Push pass right side. Kaysen accelerates all the way to the cup for an easy right block layup. Michigan within 4 at 61-57. And we've got 12 minutes to play right now for a spot in the Sweet 16.
I'll tell you what, LJ Kaysen has figured it out. When they throw him that ball back on that trap, he's going downhill.
Obaseki right point for the white-clad Aggies. Backing down Kaysen with a left-handed dribble. Shot clock at 8. Double team comes. Jumping pass to a cutting Coleman. Feed it in. Garcia. Couple of shot fakes rejected by Wolf. Ball on the deck with 1 on the timer. It's still bobbled. No shot. Shot clock violation. Michigan. And Roddy Gale and LJ Kaysen flex on him going to the timeout. 11:35 left. 61-57 Texas A&M.
Yeah, how about the energy? A lot of Wolverines, they can taste it. They're right on the edge of it. I mean, you gave up a little lead, but, hey, you don't get it all back at one time. You kind of chip at it. Right now, the Wolverines are in the fight.
As we pause 10 seconds, station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. .35 to play. A&M 61, U of M 57. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
You know what I love about spring? It's the season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or kohls.com for details.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey Wolverine fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Michigan basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Michigan Wolverines. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
11:35 left. Texas A&M in front of Michigan, 61-57. But Terry, it had swelled to double figures, 10 to be exact, and L.J. Kaysen with a heck of a sprint.
Yeah, I mean, most teams would wilt at that point in time, saying, hey, they're up 10, we don't have a chance. But I'll tell you what, the Wolverines have been in fights like this.
Kaysen, head of steam, had his pass toward Gale deflected, intercepted. Gale would have had an easy lay and had that ball gotten there. Phelps other way, takes it all the way, and Jones fleeced him. Reuben Jones with an excellent steal. Up ahead, Kaysen drives in, shot, no, but he got fouled. L.J. Kaysen, he's playing at a different speed than everybody right now as Jace Carter fouled him. 2 more shots at the line for L.J.
Yeah, L.J. Kaysen has found something. And I tell you what, when he made that last penetration in there, you and I just discussed, I said, he's finishing at the basket like that, he'll have those little dump-offs. He tried to bounce pass it, and he should have threw it up top to Roddy Gale. I don't care if you throw it up to the top of the backboard. Roddy Gale finds ways to jump up there and get it.
They change it to a foul on the floor. It is foul 7 on Texas A&M. They were going to have an inbound. Danny Wolf leaves. Lad Golden returns for Michigan. Wade Taylor, the 4th, spells Jace Carter for Texas A&M. So from a 2-shot opportunity to a 1-and-1 for L.J. Kaysen, who has come up with his 4th double-figure scoring game. First free throw rattles out. Rebound Phelps. An 0-for-1 trip for Kaysen.
Yeah, it's got to be done on the defensive end, and that's what they've been doing. They've been finding ways to get it done on the defensive end.
Taylor, alley-oop and a jam. Thundered down right baseline by Pharrell Payne. Taylor, an excellent feed. That's a big turn there. 63-57 A&M, 10:55 left.
Yeah, those drop-offs that I say the Wolverines are going to start to be able to get with L.J. Kaysen getting downhill.
Kaysen high on the left for the blue-clad Wolverines. Around a Golden screen. Has Payne on a switch. Left corner, Cheddar, a contested 3. In and out. Golden comes up with a rebound. Pitch back, Cheddar. Shot fake. Leads in on Garcia and earns himself 3 free throws. Excellent composure by Will Cheddar. Reset the mind after that miss and earned 3 free throws. They confirmed very quickly that it was a 3 free throw opportunity for Cheddar on Anderson Garcia's first. So Cheddar, the grad student, 87% from the line, has 3 opportunities. His first is long. Michigan back-to-back misses at the stripe after starting this half 7 of 7 on freebies. Still 63-57, Texas A&M, 10:36 remaining. Cheddar's second. Good recalibration, he nails it. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Michigan down 5. Cheddar, his 3rd free throw is a swish. Michigan within 4. They haven't led since 35-34 in the late stages of the first half. Wolverines have Jones, Gale, Cheddar, Golden, and Kaysen out there.
Yeah, when this pick-and-roll action happens starts, you can't let Taylor get up ahead of steam.
Golden playing with 3 fouls as Taylor jogs left wing. Step back 3 over. Cheddar is short. Rebound by Jones. Popped out of his hands, and then there's the foul call. Absolutely. Reuben Jones got raked at there, and Anderson Garcia picks up his second, a 1-and-1 for Reuben Jones.
Yeah, I was wondering what the delay was there.
Those back-tap rebound attempts by Texas A&M, they happen a lot. So now Reuben Jones goes to the line. First free throws for him since the quarterfinal win over Purdue in Indianapolis 8 days ago. He's only shot 4 free throws since February 1st. Excuse me, Roddy Gale Jr., not Reuben Jones, beg your pardon, and he knocks down the first. Boy, so they didn't call the foul on the Jones swat away. They called it somewhere else. How about that?
Yeah, I tell you
that
what.
Surprises me.
Yeah,
glad the foul got called regardless. Man. Coleman in for Obaseki. 63-60. A&M is up 3. One more for Gale. Airborne and a swish.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Michigan has done a much better job at the foul line.
10-16 to play. Both fan bases stand and cheer as the Wisconsin and BYU fans watch just as basketball fans. They play after this. Right side, Phelps. Waiting for Taylor, gets it to him. Jones almost pokes it away. Drive inside, skip to Payne. Flinch is up there. Got to go. Nice move from Payne. He's been awesome. 25 for the second consecutive game. And it is 65-61 A&M, 9:51 left.
I'll tell you what, when you're having that type of a ball game, those type of shots fall.
Kaysen, left pocket for Michigan. Drifts to the left point. 9:37 to play. Michigan down 4. Kaysen, head of steam, leans in, kick right corner. Here's Gale, 3. Off to the right side of the rim. Rebound Carter for A&M. Here's Carter, far sideline. Underhands at Phelps. Free throw line. Left block. Curls it back out. Shot clock halfway gone. 9:15 remaining. 65-61 Texas A&M. And a foul on Michigan away from the ball. Reuben Jones tagged for his third. And it is a 1-and-1 for Texas A&M on Michigan's 7th foul.
I'll tell you what, as physical as this game is, and the guy just walks in there, steps on somebody's shoe and falls down.
Will Cheddar leaves. Danny Wolf with 13.7 rebounds and 4 assists returns. So Wade Taylor the fourth, the one who is at the line. Again, 87%. He is one of the best players in A&M basketball history. The front end is good. 66-61.
Yeah, don't just assume he's going to make these, because I tell you what, he gave us one last time. He'll give us one again.
LJ Kaysen exits in the gamer. Trey Donaldson back out there at the 9:14 mark. He's had plenty of rest today. Just 17 minutes, second fewest among Michigan starters. After his game-winning 3 on Thursday sunk the Tritons. Second one is a swish, and A&M's back up by a half dozen. Donaldson, Gale, Jones, Wolf, and Golden. 4 of 5 starters on the floor for U of M. In between the circles, Donaldson over the left wing and Wolf. Around a Golden screen, pauses right point. In some trouble, vacates to Jones right side. Lob it up. Golden fades away with 1 on the timer off the heel. Back tap rebound by Gale. Shot fake Jones. Considers the 3. Over right corner. Gale tries a 3. It's good! A trifecta from deep for Gale. And the Wolverines are within 3. 67-64. 8:40 to play for a spot in the Sweet 16.
I'll tell you what, Roddy Gale has brought his long gun with him here today.
Leading the Wolverines with 15. Taylor around a screen. Alley-oop attempt toward Payne. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Donaldson. Great defense by Golden, playing with 3 fouls, and he's sucking wind. Trying to get to the media. Donaldson, right elbow. Peels it back out. Push pass left wing Gale. Michigan can tie with a 3 on this trip. Gale drives it on Coleman. Jump stop. Baker. Yes, sir! 1-point game! Roddy Gale talking to him a little bit. 8:06 left, 67-66, Texas A&M.
Tell you what, Roddy Gale is in the fight.
Shot by 3, left side. Taylor is good over Gale, and now Taylor with some words the other way. 70-66. Taylor with some barking toward the Michigan bench. And the Wolverines head to the bench. There's some yapping on both sides.
Million albums sold worldwide. Def Leppard live Friday, July 18th at Soaring Eagle Casino with special guest Collective Soul. Tickets start at $38 and are on sale now at the box office or etix.com. Def Leppard rocks the Soaring Eagle Summer Outdoor Concert Series with Collective Soul Friday, July 18th. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
You found the home of the Wolverines.
Right wing, a heave for the tie.
Yes, sir.
The Michigan Sports Network from
Just like your favorite sports team, you need a solid defense to protect your home and business. Whether you're tackling unexpected accidents, fouls, or fumbles, Al Bordeaux Insurance Agency and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance are on your team. Visit Al Bordeaux Insurance Agency today at www.albordeaux.com. That's www.albordeau.com.
7:56 to carry here in the second half. Texas A&M, a 70-66 lead on Michigan. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce. Winner heads to Atlanta for a matchup with either the top seed in the overall bracket, Auburn, or the 9 seed, Creighton. The losers' season ends here in Denver. Terry, Michigan, they're trailed by as many as 10 in this ball game. They've cut it to 4. What have you noticed has been the thing carrying the water for the Maize and Blue?
Well, they've hung their hat on their defense. They're playing that tenacious defense. And I tell you what, they're not getting down. When they hit big buckets, that's a big bucket by Wade Taylor. Wolverines are still in the fight. You didn't see them drop their heads. They're ready to go. They're in the fight.
Be sure to subscribe to the official podcast of Michigan Athletics, Go Blue Podcast. Wide range of audio content there for you, including wall-to-wall coverage of Michigan basketball on Defend the Block. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, Go Blue Podcasts. That was a timeout by Texas A&M, so the next dead ball will bring about another media. Michigan with Donaldson, Gale, Jones, Wolf, and Golden on the floor with the basketball. Donaldson to Gale at the point. Surveys the scene, leads the team with 17. Feed it left side, Jones. It deflect and got there still. Time left, Donaldson around the screen, shot fake, pitch right man Gale. Timer at 8. Surveys to right, shot clock at 5. He'll take a contested 3. Air ball, rebound loose, picked up by Coleman for Texas A&M.
Yeah, we'll give Texas A&M credit. Good defense that series, so Michigan's got to come back with their own stop here.
Obaseki right wing to Phelps center circle. Turns on the Jets left wing. Considers a step back. Drives in on Jones. Leans in. Passes inside. Caught by Coleman. Last touch, Coleman out of bounds. Good defense by Wolf shielding that right block. And we've got another media. 7:08 remaining. Texas A&M 70, Michigan 66. Back to Denver after this on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan Athletics on our podcast channel, Blue Podcast with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game reviews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search Blue Podcast with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's Blue Podcast with John Jansen.
If your day sounds like we report ASAP, you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this Red Bull mug with a crisp, refreshing taste. Or if you overcame, you deserve this ice cold. Reward. Modelo, remarkable fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
It has been what you expect an NCAA tournament game to be. 70-66 Texas A&M, 7:08 remaining in regulation. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce with you. Terry, Michigan balance scoring. 4 guys in double figures, paced by Roddy Gale Jr.'s 17 points today. 3 shy of a season high. For A&M, it's been Pharrell Payne, 25 against Yale Thursday, 25 more here today.
Yeah, well, he's been a force, and I'll tell you what, some of those shots you don't even expect to fall, but just because he's in a rhythm like that, they've been falling, and tell you what, he has struggled from the free throw line, and he's able to step up and knock them down today.
Wolverines come out with Donaldson, Gale, Jones, Wolf, and Golden. Only 12 minutes from Namari Burnett today. He hasn't been in there since the 17:25 mark of this half. In between the circles, Wolf, right wing, Jones, right side, Donaldson, in Banks, and miss money. Despite the take by Wolf, Golden, a lot, reset point for Mason, right point, Jones, over to Donaldson, right corner, shot fake, takes it into the paint, over Gale, left side, hoists another 3. Makes another 3! 1-point game, 70-69. A&M by 1, and it's a season-high tying 20 from Roddy Gale Jr.
I tell you what, the gods was with us that time around. I talked about us missing layups. We missed a layup and got a 3.
High on the left, Taylor, who just hit a 3, the last A&M shot. Free throw line leans, nowhere close. Rebound, Golden. Vlad's got a double-double, 14 and 10. Michigan concedes its first lead of the half on this trip, down 70-69, 6:10 remaining. Donaldson over to the left side, Gale. Head down and a foul. Called right at the start of that sequence on Jace Carter. And Roddy Gale Jr. goes to the free throw line for a double bonus on the 10th foul by A&M of the half and the second individually for Jace Carter. What a brilliant performance from Roddy Gale Jr., who has more threes made today than he had the entire 2025 calendar year coming in. His first ties us at 70. C.J. Wilcher, and with 4 fouls, Solomon Washington come in for Texas A&M. 2 starters, Manio Basicki and Henry Coleman, the 3rd exit for Buzz Williams and the A&M Aggies. Gale bends the knees, shoots it up, and for the first time this half, Michigan leads 71-70, 6:08 left. The bench stands, the fans behind us stand. This place rocking.
Yeah, talked about how teams play a little differently. Yes,
and then an illegal screen by Texas A&M. Pharrell Payne banged into the star of the show today. Roddy Gale Jr. back to Michigan.
Yeah, I told you about how teams play a little differently when they're behind. Wolverines have the momentum right now.
Anderson Garcia spells C.J. Wilcher. That was a defense-offense switch. Michigan the basketball in front, 71-70, less than 6 minutes remaining. A trip to the Sweet 16 up for grabs. Right side, Jones, lob it up, caught by Golden. Left block, banks and scores over Payne. 73-70 Michigan, 5:45 remaining.
What about the fight in the Wolverines right now?
Taylor to the left wing and Carter around a screen, leans in, got shut off. Now he pivots, banks over Golden, no, but Golden picks up his 4th foul on a slick pivot in the paint. 2 free throws, and Vlad Golden at the 5:35 mark has foul number 4.
Yeah, decision time for Coach Dusty May right now.
Carter, a 41% free throw shooter. 2 shots for the senior in the Illinois. Spins the basketball, shoots and misses it long. Rebound, Roddy Gale Jr. jumping up nearly a mile high. Michigan gets the basketball. 5:25 left. Michigan 73, Texas A&M 70. Off a curl right wing, it's Jones. Over to Golden, playing with 4 fouls, leans in, floats, scores! No foul. Garcia tried to flop. Timeout, Dusty May in Michigan. Wolverines on a 9-0 surge.
Yeah, how about that play there by Coach Dusty May? That slip screen action, able to free up. He called that timeout simply because he wanted to get Will Cheddar in. Kind of an offensive defense.
We'll keep it here with 5:15 remaining. Michigan 75, Texas A&M 70. The Wolverines with 9 straight in the last 86 seconds. A 14-3 run in the last 3.5 minutes. Possession arrow favors Michigan. Both teams now with 2 timeouts. Wolverines offensively in the double bonus, while Michigan has committed 8 fouls in the half. The winner, a date with either Auburn or Creighton in Atlanta on Friday night. The loser goes home for the season. What a ball game here in downtown Denver. Aggies come out with Taylor, Washington, Wiltshire, Garcia, and their leading scorer, Payne. Michigan counters with Donaldson, Gale, Jones, Cheddar, and Wolf.
Yeah, well, it's time to dig in right now. I tell you what, these stops and these coming up with possessions.
Around a Payne screen, jets his way into the lane, Banks misses, but a foul. And Wade Taylor, the fourth, with sheer determination, tries to halt this 9-0 Michigan run on Roddy Gale Jr.'s foul. It's his first, team's 9th, so 2 free throws the rest of the way for both sides.
Well, Wade Taylor put so much pressure on the defense that he puts you in between where either you're going to commit to him or he's going to throw that lob up.
Taylor swirls home the first. Cheddar and someone else has to exit. Oh no, Donaldson just was over at the bench. So Cheddar leaves, Golden returns. With those 4 fouls, the offense for defense switch.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is they're going to end up putting Danny Wolf on Payne.
Second one, Taylor is a swish. He's up to 14 points all in the second half. 75-72 Michigan, 5 minutes left.
Yeah, no empty possessions here by the Wolverines. They've been getting things positive down here on the offensive end.
Donaldson at the center circle for the Wolverines. Around a hedge from Golden, pitches left point, Wolf looking inside, and a foul on Payne. And Pharrell Payne has his 4th, tangled up with Golden. Physicality 5 feet from the basket there. And now Michigan's second leading scorer, Vlad Golden, heads to the free throw line for 2. As A&M's leading scorer picks up his 4th foul. Golden today 6 of 7 from the line. Bends the knees, shoots, and swishes. 76-72 Michigan, 4:45 left. Jace Carter leaves, and 3-point sniper C.J. Wiltshire returns for A&M.
Well, we know what he's in there for, so the Wolverines need to pay attention to detail on Wiltshire because he's out there for one reason.
One more for Golden in his 153rd collegiate game, and he cashes it in. And he leaves. Will Cheddar returns. 77-72 Michigan, 4:45 in regulation. Sweet 16 appearance on the line. Michigan's been there in each of their last 5 appearances in the dance. Wade Taylor lobs it right wing, Payne playing with those 4 fouls. To Washington also at 4. High to the left, Taylor. English is a pass, Payne. One-on-one against Cheddar. Kick it left side. 3 ball from 25 from Taylor. Well short. Rebound popped out of bounds. Last touch by A&M. Oh, that was Cheddar and Payne fighting for it. And the Wolverines get a stop. Vlad Golden back in. Will Cheddar out.
Yeah, would you look at Dusty May talking about coaching. I mean, running those players in and out. Offense for defense.
Trey Donaldson into the forecourt. Wolverines in front by 5. 4:22 rolling second half clock. Left wing. Trigger 3 by Donaldson. Way too strong. Put up rebound by Joe. Soaring near 3-point line right wing. Reset for Michigan. Up by 5. 4:11 to play. Lowry Golden catches in. He picks up and in. Shove it away. Coleman in the process. 79-72 Michigan. 4:03 left. Taylor slithers his way to the free throw line. Right side 3 ball Washington. In and out. Rebound loose. Picked up Jones on a deflection. Media timeout next at ball. Donaldson into the forecourt for the A's and Blue. Donaldson head of steam. Drives in. He pivots. All alone. He banks and scores. Michigan's largest lead with 3:37 left. Buzz Williams calls time. The Wolverines, another 6-0 run. They're shooting 58% in the second half. and they're up 9, 81-72 with 3:37 left in the second half. And on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Wolverine basketball and great beers go together like an alley-oop and slam dunk. Founders Brewing Company is a proud sponsor of Michigan athletics and has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, Michigan Pilsner, and their new Mortal Bloom right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're cheering from your couch or at Chrysler Center, these beers are perfect to celebrate Michigan all season long. More about Founders Beer involved and go to foundersbrewing.com.
Michigan, Texas A&M. Or for the NCAA tournament underway, right here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating. And we make bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on
I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Michigan enjoying its largest lead of the ball game. It's 81-72 U of M, 3:37 to play in the second half. And with that much time left, and it's still a lot even though Michigan's up 9, we're keeping it here the rest of the game. This last call presented by Founders Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of Michigan athletics. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to Craft. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce. Terry, how about the effort of Vlad Golden today? 22 points and 10 rebounds. It is double-double number 17 of this, his 153rd game, and he has played with 4 fouls for almost 2 game minutes now.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm seeing some guys, seniors, they don't want to go home. I mean, you're talking about Vlad Golden, Reuben Jones, defensive effort, rebounding the basketball, getting second shot chances, and
Wade Taylor inbounds for Texas A&M. Lob it up. It was finally deflected. Gets to Garcia. Ball poked away. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch. Donaldson. As Garcia was there with Donaldson. Far sideline. Right where Taylor inbounded it. 7 seconds shaved off the shot clock. Yes. Go ahead.
Hey, listen. That's the effort that you have to have from here on out.
Dusty May said yesterday that in the last 5 minutes of games, this team's awareness, intensity, and determination is heightened. And it's at another level. Michigan will need it down the stretch. Inbound Phelps, left corner working against Gale. Feed Garcia head of the key. Picks up his dribble. Turns, shoots a 3. Front iron, no. Rebound, Danny Wolf. Loose ball foul comes on Michigan. It's on Will Cheddar. Number 3 on him. First of the half. 10 fouls for Michigan. 2 free throws for the Aggies. Oh, that is a massive turn of events.
Yeah, I'd have to get a look on that on the replay screen here. They may not show it to us. Maybe we might get the guy say, ball don't lie again here.
Pharrell Payne, leading scorer for the Aggies for a second consecutive game. 5 of 7 from the line today, 58% on the year. The Minnesota transfer hoists and swirls it home. Aggies halting Michigan's 4th run of 5 or more straight since A&M took its largest lead at 10 with a little bit more than 13 minutes to play. Wiltshire out. Carter returns for A&M. Second free throw from Payne. It's long. Rebound Jones. It sailed over the man they called the Dominican Rodman in College Station. Michigan gets the defensive board. Past the timeline, on a pass, Gale, he's triple teamed, able to lob it to Donaldson, finds Jones, feed it in Golden, shot fake, Banks, missed it, but a foul late. Carter hands on his head in frustration, Buzz Williams holding his ears, of all things, and Vlad Golden earns a couple of free throws on a late whistle, no doubt, but a foul on Jace Carter, his 3rd.
Yeah, I thought that Golden kind of bobbled it a little bit. He was going up there to ring the bell, there's no doubt about that.
So, The leading scorer for A&M just went 1 for 2. Golden tied for the team lead, shoots his first, buries it. 82-73 Michigan, 3:09 left. Defense, offense switch again. Carter leaves for the Aggies. C.J. Wilcher is back in there with 2 threes today. He is this team's best three-point shooter by percentage with 41%. And he's made 43 threes on the year. Golden second, strong, rebound A&M. Stalemate from the 2 bigs at the line. Left to right charges Phelps for A&M. Leans in. Shot rejected by Danny Wolf. Picked up by A&M, and it was lost out of bounds. It's Michigan's ball. A second chance, but nothing doing as Vlad Golden replaces one of CBS's microphones over there to our right.
Yeah.
He does it all.
He does it all. I tell you what, I'm taking receipts on that. He's looking for pay for fixing that after this ball game.
A&M with some press, and even 3 minutes left, 82-73 Michigan. Donaldson far sideline. Whip it, Gale catches it right wing, comes to a jump stop. Now to the left side, and Jones give Donaldson center circle. Michigan can settle in, up by 9, shot clock halfway gone. Donaldson clears out Wolf, wants one-on-one against Taylor, an all-time great for the Aggies. Feed Golden, kick left wing, jab step by Wolf at the free throw line, peels it back out with a timer at 5, now at 4. But between the leg dribble, shoots a left point 3, off the front iron. Golden with the rebound, flings it up there. English is out, rebound Garcia for A&M. 2:25 left, 82-73 Michigan. Taylor coast to coast, underhands at Washington. Banks misses, and a blocking foul called on Danny Wolf, who is in that semicircle underneath the cup, says Pat Driscoll right on it. No doubt, 2 free throws for Washington.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Danny Wolf was actually doing offensively there. He started to back it back out, and Coach Dusty made a point and was like, do you know how much time you got that you're backing the ball back out?
He wanted the all-time Michigan March moment as a Michigan fan since birth. Washington 68% from the line. His first is a swish, 82-74. Michigan's lead cut to 8. 2:21 left after somehow in this game, Danny Wolf's first foul. Vlad Golden, he's out there with 4. For Payne on the bench right now with 4. Second one, rattles in. A 2-for-2 trip for Washington. 82-75 Michigan. Inbound Donaldson, the gamer, picks up his bounce with across Port Jones. Lob it up, jumping catch Wolf. Feed Gale, leans in. He banks, missed the bunny. Rebound A&M. Phelps left to right, 1-on-1 against Wolf. Shot up and good off that right clock. 82-77 Michigan. 2:04 left. Inbound Gale. Michigan's lead down to 5. Oh, Gale's been so good today. Somehow that one went back. Now Trey Donaldson, who's been so elite, down the stretch for Michigan. Has it high on the left. Feed the post Golden. 1-on-1 against Garcia. Pivots. He banks. He misses. What a follow jam! And they're going to say Reuben Jones with an offensive goaltending. It's still 82-77. 1:43 left, and they'll take a look.
Yeah, I thought they said they were reviewing that. Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
Reuben Jones, reminiscent of the win over Purdue, being a classic with a spot in the Sweet 16 on the line. Michigan has missed its last 4 from the floor. Before that, they were 14 of 24, shooting in the half. Michigan's lead, 82-77. 103 seconds to play. Michigan's largest lead, 9, and it was just about a minute and a half ago. A&M's largest lead was 10. Vlad Golden, 23 points and 11 rebounds. 22, a season high for Roddy Gale Jr. Remember, Gale came in to this, what Michigan has been calling the Denver Invitational, with a hamstring that he tweaked against Wisconsin in the Big Ten Tournament Championship game. This is a lengthy review right now. Pat Driscoll and Byron Jarrett over to take a look. Now Earl Walton summoned to take a gander. What a massive call right here. 82-77 Michigan. 1 minute, 43 seconds remaining. here in this second half.
Yeah, well, the only way you're going to figure it out is by going to that and looking at a review, simply because he was up above the cylinder. I mean, you're talking about showing verticality.
Now the three officials having a conversation.
The call is confirmed.
And it is indeed offensive interference. So the Wolverines maintain just a 5-point lead. Donaldson, Jones, Gale, Wolf, and Golden on the floor. A&M counters with Phelps, Taylor, Wilcher, Garcia, and Payne.
Yeah, well, one thing for sure, they didn't want to show it on the Jumbotron above us because they didn't want to see the fans get bent out of shape.
Kyle Church, one of the two assistants for Michigan, on the scout for this one, barking out defensive instructions as the Wolverines bringing a little press here. They put one more second on the clock. 82-77 Michigan. A&M the basketball. Skip it in. Taylor guarded by Jones. Michigan's press relents. Taylor crosses over at the free throw line. Drives in. Pitches left corner. Shot fake by Wilcher. In some trouble. Angles away to the left elbow. Michigan's fine with that. To Phelps, center circle. Shot clock halfway gone. Phelps zigzags into the paint. Banks scores. They're going to say a foul on the floor as Zurich Phelps darts to the bucket, and he will head to the free throw line for the first time today for a two-shot opportunity following Trey Donaldson's third personal. Phelps, 70% from the line. He's this team's second leading scorer, but only 9 points here in Denver. His first. Pinballs home. 82-78 Michigan. 1:29 left. Wilcher out. Jace Carter back in. That defense-offense switch. And now Solomon Washington checks in for Pharrell Payne. Both those guys with 4 fouls, but Payne a much more important cog for Buzz Williams' Aggies. Phelps' second free throw. Airborne. And good. It's a 3-point game. 82-79. 1:29 remaining. Gale inbounds to Donaldson. And the A&M fans, far right, stand up and cheer. Reuben Jones at the center line. Over toward Gale. Somehow deflects to Donaldson. He drives. Kick it, Wolf. Michigan smartly wheels it back out. They'll bleed clock. Timer at 15. 1:15 left. 82-79 Michigan. Donaldson, the gamer, bleeding clock at the center circle with 8. The former Auburn Tiger crosses over against Washington at the right elbow. Recoils with 4. Leans into the paint. He'll flip one up there. Got it to go!
Put him
How
in the blender.
In the world did Trey Donaldson slither into the paint and fling it up there for 2? 84-79 Michigan. 59 seconds left and a timeout. Michigan takes it, 1 left.
Hey, Trey Donaldson doesn't disappoint, does he? I can tell you that. You're talking about putting him in the blender there.
Oh my goodness, what a shot from Trey Donaldson.
Yeah, we got that look from Wisconsin broadcaster Matt LePay. He kind of
Trey Donaldson
kind of thought this. We had a conversation with him before the game, and he said, "What are you guys going to do? Just let it boil down to the end, and then give it to Trey Donaldson and let him do something?"
Well, Matt LePay and Brian Butcher do a great job with Wisconsin. Their pregame show is going to be about 2 hours. They're hoping this game ends in regulation, and so do the Wolverines because they're up by 5, 84-79, 59.2 left. Michigan's +5 on the boards against one of the best rebounding teams in the land. They've gotten one more offensive rebound over the best offensive rebounding team in the country each of the last 2 years. Here come the Aggies, down 5, 55 seconds left. Taylor hoists right point, a 3-ball, rattles down, rebound by Wolf. Somehow that one popcorned out of there, up ahead Gale, and he is fouled by Wilcher. 46 seconds even, 84-79 Michigan. How in the world did that thing plinko out?
I'll tell you what, it was halfway down, and Michigan was there to challenge, but I tell you what, I kind of had a sense that that's what he was going to do. He was going to pull it. He has that type of range.
Roddy Gale Jr., a season-high 22 points today, 4 of 4 at the line, 77% from the year. His first, bullseye, 85-79 Michigan, 46 seconds left. And the Wolverines now huddle back near the center circle. As Roddy Gale Jr. has one more. Lane clear of blue-clad Wolverines. Gale sends the second and fills it. 86-79 Michigan. 46 seconds left. Taylor, one of the greats for A&M, into the forecourt. Over to Garcia, left side. Handoff Wilcher, and a timeout by Buzz Williams. Good thing, because Wilcher triggered a three that was an air ball from 27 feet away. Buzz Williams uses his final timeout. 39.9 left. Michigan 86, Texas A&M 79.
Yeah, well, Michigan just has to get dialed in right now on those three-point shooters and understanding that, hey, they may try to get a quick two and try to play the foul game, but they've been dialed in all game long. So no need for this group not to be dialed in on this. And you see the way they're rebounding and scrapping for it. They know how valuable these possessions are right now.
39.9 seconds left. A&M out of timeouts. Michigan has one remaining. Michigan a 7-point lead, eyeing a trip to the Sweet 16 for their 6th consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. A&M has the basketball. They'll be on their offensive side of the floor. Michigan buoyed by 24 from Roddy Gale Jr., 23 from Vlad Golden. Just a remarkable performance by Michigan here, out-rebounding A&M 45-39.
Yes, and talking about taking care of the basketball, 9 turnovers. You're telling me this team can't put their mind to it, they can't get it done.
Far sideline, Phelps inbounds for the Aggies. Looking left, needs some help. Inbounds to Payne, handoff Phelps, guarded by Wolf, steps to the left, shoots a rain-making three. High iron, no. Rebound pops off the top of the backboard. Back tapped and secured by Jones for Michigan. Fouled with 30.9 left. Michigan up 7, and Reuben Jones has a couple of free throws, and the Wolverines can start to feel it now.
Yeah, we'll always talk about how you have to finish out ball games. That's rebounding the basketball, which Michigan is doing, and I tell you what, they're doing an excellent job on this free throw line.
86-79 Michigan, 30.9 remaining, and Reuben Jones in his 137th collegiate game, his 2nd NCAA tournament appearance, shoots and scores. 87-79 Michigan. Only Roddy Gale Jr. remains along that lane line for the Maize and Blue. One more for Jones, the southpaw. Got it to go. 88-79. This matches Michigan's largest lead. 30.9 left. It could very well be a one-stop and a celebration. Inbound near sideline, Taylor. Jogs his way left to right. Handoff Payne. Back to Taylor. Gale placed him! And he's fouled with 24.4 left! Roddy Gale Jr.'s best game in the Maize and Blue, capped off by a fleecing of an all-time Aggie. And he goes to the line with 24.4 left. Roddy Gale Jr., 24 points, 4 made threes today. He had 3 in 2025 before tonight. First free throw from Gale is up and good. 89-79 Michigan. And a substitution for Texas A&M. Henry Coleman III in for Pharrell Payne.
Yeah, one of those funny moments here. It's all fun when you're winning. Coach Church held up the sign. It got 14. He was letting Danny know, but he had it turned upside down, and it said hi. So
second free throw good from Gale. 90-79 Michigan. Inbound with 24.4 left. Here comes Taylor charging left to right. Shoot straight on. In and out. Rebound Golden. Over to Wolf. Texas A&M fouls with 15.8. And the Wolverines are up 90-79 and are 15.8 seconds away from one of the most improbable Sweet 16 appearances in program history.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it's time for Danny Wolf to step up right now and make these free throws. Everyone else has been doing it. It's time for you to go ahead and put a seal on it right now, Danny Wolf.
Michigan is 82.5% from the line. 90-79 Michigan. And here come the deep reserves for Michigan. Wolf bends the knees, shoots it, and misses it long. But Fat Brooks, Harrison Hochberg, Ian Burns, and Dusty May's middle son, Charlie May, on the floor as the Wolverines celebrate with 15.8 left, up 90-79. Second free throw is good. 91-79. Danny Wolf finishes a 14-point, 9-rebound, 4-assist performance and heads to the bench as LJ Kaysen, so awesome for Michigan today, comes in. Garcia bowls it to the center line to Phelps. Met by Fat Brooks, slithers into the paint, leans in, and a foul with 10.7 left by Harrison Hochberg. 91-79 Michigan, 10.7 left. But Terry Mills, Michigan's going to the Sweet 16.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Phelps first, way off the mark. One more for Phelps. It's up. It's no good. Rebound loose. Picked up Brooks. Texas A&M relents. 91-79 Michigan. The Wolverines erase a 10-point second-half deficit and win going away. And they're going to Atlanta for the Sweet 16 on Friday night. A second half reminiscent of what Michigan has done from last year to this year. 8 wins last year, now 27 here in 2024-25, and 5 wins in the last 9 days, all postseason games.
Yeah, I tell you what, and a well-deserved rest for this team. Tell you what, you got a little time right now. You can let those bodies recuperate, but I tell you what, we've caught every single ball game that this team have had. We've been through the wars with them. And I didn't have a doubt. When they got down 10, I didn't see that body language. That body language did not change. And that's what it was all about. It was about, hey, next play, let's move on. Let's be ready to play. This team was game.
Michigan 91, Texas A&M 79. A remarkable comeback story from one year to the next, and from